All right. Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Butler again with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, Earn While You Learn, Freight Broker, and Logistics Training Platform. Today is Saturday, so today is operational training like every Saturday from 10:15 until about 1 o'clock. Today we're going to have a kind of a short session, an abbreviated session. Today is going to be mostly Q&A. Over the last few weeks, we have been going procedures and steps and how to get onto our platform. Today will be the last day that we go over steps. Today, let me repeat that. Today will be the last day that we go over steps. So if you want to know the steps to getting a load from booked to getting it paid on, how to get it submitted to the carriers, what to send them, and how to get it, and then after how to get it submitted to the brokers, what to send them so they can send it up to their processing or their I'm having a brain up here. Or they can send it up to the factoring companies. Thank you. They can send, I'm showing my age. They can send it up to the factoring companies. The factoring companies can then get that money dispersed out, and we're going to show you all also how and when you all should be sending us your form for your to get you paid out from your the forms that you need to send us for us to do your invoicing. So make sure you get that back to us. I haven't had breakfast this morning, so my brain is a little weak. That's probably why I'm having these little spots right now. I've been running on coffee. I've been up since about 4 this morning, and I'm running on coffee right now. So please forgive me for my lapse in focus, because I've been up pretty much all morning and didn't get into bed last night until about maybe 1 o'clock. But anyway, I had a lot to work on. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start by acknowledging those people who are on with us today. We have a lot of people on today. So let's go ahead and get through it here. We have someone from the 475 area code on their wireless phone. Hello, thank you for joining us. We have Smith. What's this? Milam Smith or Milam Smith? Nice to have you today. We have Mr. Freddie Mullins. Nice to have you today. As a matter of fact, let me there we go. We have Mr. Freddie Mullins. How are you doing today, Mr. Mullins? Nice to see you with us. Joseph Downs. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We have Vernell over at CL of LA Logistics. Thank you for joining us. We have Glasper Quamish. Thank you for joining us. And please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing some of these names. I'm not very good with them. Hey, so don't chew me out if I mispronounce your name. We have Jamie Russell. Thank you for joining us this morning, Jamie. We have a wireless call from 45 area code. Thank you for joining us. We have Aaron Flippin. Thank you for joining us. We have Mr. Abdullah. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Charles Mundy, the infamous one. Thank you for joining us. We have Darren K. Thank you for joining us. Denise Bracken, thank you for joining us. We have Jermaine, thank you for joining us. James Nelson, Joseph, Letitia Nicholson, Lisa Harris, Robin Washington, and a host of others who are still chiming in. Thank you all. I appreciate every one of you all for joining us this morning. And let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. I'm going to go ahead and remute everyone real quick. Remember, if you have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask the question, and we will go from there. All right, let me get everyone muted so everyone can hear our broadcast properly. Okay, as always, let's remember that our back office site and our website, I'm sending it out to everybody right now. This is our website. Make sure everyone is on the same page. That's our website, which is the National Dispatchers Network, which is mydispatcher.org. Again, our website is mydispatcher.org. That's at the National Dispatchers Network. We're on our home page right now. All right, we've got some new stuff that we've added. We got to talk about our apps, and today is going to be mostly Q&A because this week we had a lot of questions that came in to our intern processing. Okay, our processors, they do monitor the chat group, and they try to answer as many questions as they can. But what they're really doing is they're not really there to respond to all of your questions on the chat group. The chat group, by the way, and let's go over to it so you all can see it here. The chat group is really only designed for you all to talk to each other, okay? And the monitoring that our interns do is there just for legality purposes and to make sure that nothing is being shared on the chat group that shouldn't be there or anything of that nature. So that's why they're there. Okay, they're not there to really answer all your questions. They're not, if you ask a question and they know the answer to it, or if they're not busy processing or anything, yes, they will get to it and they will answer you. This chat group is primarily, the RBBS LLC chat group is primarily for you all to talk to each other, for you all to network with each other. That's what this chat group is primarily for. It's for you all to network with each other during the week. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I can't get on this chat group and be on here with y'all 24/7 like that. I just can't. We have too many people in our platform. I have people calling me up on the phone. I have, new recruits calling me up on the phone. I get about 50 new recruits per day. I get another maybe 20 or 30 calls from people within our platform needing help with something, and if they're able to catch me, I don't screen my calls. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I do not screen calls. So if you're calling because you need help with anything, and if I pick up the phone, I'm gonna spend a little time with you. I may not be able to spend an hour or 2 hours with you, but I'm gonna try to spend as much time with you as I can. And if I am way too busy, I will tell you that I will call you back and I'm gonna try to give you a call back. But our platform has grown to the point now to it's kind of becoming this month that has a mind of its own. So if you feel like you're not getting enough attention from me, well, that's just how it is. This platform was never meant for you all to get direct attention from me personally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This platform is meant to give you access to tools, resources, a network, which is you all, a platform where you all can go and discuss things amongst yourself, get the answers you need, help each other do research, use our back office tools and resources and everything that we provide for you in the back office. That's what this platform was designed for. Now, Saturdays, like now, this is your day to have some unlimited time with me personally, where I can share with you all what I know about this industry in the form of our training, and we have our Q&A session. And if you can catch me during the week, by all means, give me a call, try to catch me. But I'm telling you right now, my phone runs dead 3 times a day because of all the phone calls and all the time that I'm on the phone. And a lot of times when you all call, I may have 3 or 4 you all on at the same time as part of a group chat on the phone, a group phone call. It's kind of a conference call. And I may have 2 people who are thinking about signing up. I may have 2 people who are asking questions about things within that form, and I may even have a competitor on the line who just want to cuss me out. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll leave him on there just so they can hear what we do, and you all can hear how they come at me. But that's just how busy I am. I'm busy with all kind of stuff, all kind of things that are going on, and at the same time, I have to upgrade our websites, develop new stuff for us to have access to, and we're still trying to make sure we get our load board up and running, and that has proven to be a very daunting task. So I've got to get that done. With that being said, for the next couple of weeks, but not be available for the next until the new year, I won't be available during the week for as many phone calls as I normally am. I definitely would not be on that chat group any time for the next, from now until the beginning of the year, because I've got to get our load board finished. Our load board, which is the National Network load board, I've got to get that finished. I've got partners, and they are relying on me to get that finished. And I've had carriers calling me about that board. So we've got to get that finished up. And I'm going to take the next from now until the beginning of the year, and I'm going to focus solely on that to get that done. So please forgive me if I'm out of touch for a minute, but I will be available every Saturday during our operational training. And if you can get in touch with me through the 800 number or through our toll-free number, if you happen to get through, I will try to spend some time with you and get your immediate problem answered. But please help us out by limiting your calls. If you get it where before you contact me, let me be your last resort, okay? Because the chat group, that's where you're supposed to find the answers. That's what that chat group is for. There's enough people in that chat group for you all to help each other out, okay? That's the whole purpose of the networking side of this. That's what makes us completely different from any other platform out there, is we have an actual network that you all can go to 24 hours, 7 days a week, and that's that chat group. So go there, seek the answer there first. If you can't find the answer there, try Googling it sometime. There's a little thing called Google. It works. Trust me, it works. The great thing about Google, if you ask the right question, you get the right answer. So if you go into Google and you just ask any question on Google, it will give you the right answer. Also, log into our back office site. 9 times out of 10, I promise you this, 9 times out of 10, if you go to our videos and you scan out of it, by the way, I'm going to show you all how to scan the videos to get to the answer you need, okay? I'm going to show you all how to scan through the video to get to the answer you need, okay? Because a lot of you are calling up or asking in the back office site or asking in the chat group, which video do I watch to do this? Where in the video can I find this? Or how far in this video is this answer? Well, I'm going to show you all how to scan through some of the stuff, okay? So make sure that you all use your tools and resources, because that's what our platform is. It is a portal to tools, resources, network, and things like that. Now, with that being said, our illustrious Mr. Charles Mundy, one of my former students, has his own platform. Charles Mundy has a platform that is more geared towards direct.
No, I can't hear you, so.
Okay, when you're done, I'll ask you.
Okay, if you all are having a second conversation in the background, I need y'all to hold off for a second, okay? Or either mute yourself. Either mute yourself or hold off with your second conversation, because you're overwhelming our second conversation. All right. If you're having problems, I see Jared says I guess he can't click the phone icon. I guess he's trying to get where he can hear me. I'm doing mic check right quick. Can everybody hear me before we go any further?
I hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. All right.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Great. Can everybody see our page that we are sharing before I go any further?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, great. All right, all right. So if anyone is having any problems, check your mic button first and check your video button first, okay? So you got to turn your mic on or your headset button or your video button on your computer in order to be able to hear us if you're having problems. I'm hearing us. All right, back to what I was saying. I'm going to be showing you all how to scan through the videos to find what you need, because our platform is here as a tool and resource for your business. Okay, this is not our business. You all do not work for RBBS in no way, shape, or form. Do you work for us? Do you work underneath us? Do you work, under our authority or anything like that? You all do not work for us. You are self-employed. You are your own business. We are here as a tool and a resource to assist you in your business of doing what? Booking freight from home or building a book of business for your brokerage firm. That's what we are here. In fact, we work for you. At the end of the year, if you're on that 50-50 plan, if you have paid us more than $699 from that dispatch fee, so if we're splitting that dispatch fee, at the end of the year, you will be sending us a 1099, not the other way around, because we work for you. You are paying us. Yes, we do collect your fee for you, but that is just part of a service that we offer, that we collect it for you as a processing center. But you are, in fact, paying us. If you are paying your subscription fee, $19.05 a month, if that adds up to more than $699 over the course of the year, you will be sending us a 1099, not the other way around, because you hired us. We did not hire you. Okay? Let's make sure. I want y'all to understand that. Now, you're going to get a 1099 from the carriers that you contract with, because if you booked enough loads for them, if they paid you enough in the dispatch fee that equals more than $699, then you're going to get a 1099 from each carrier that you're dispatching for. Okay, that it works. All right. But that's how it works. Thanks, Charles, for getting him straight on that login. Okay, but that's how that works. But let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to try to get to those things that we talked about as far as showing you all how to scan and going over the steps in the back office real quick, and then we're going to get to our Q&A. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, let me let y'all know about our here we go. Our app. Our app is up and running on Google Play. Okay. If you all want to know, hold on here. If you all want to know, let me copy the link for you all and give it to you. All right. This is the apps where you can go and download the app on Google Play. The app can be downloaded on Google Play. I think it can. Got one of these long, what's called here that won't let me do it in there. Hold on here. Let me go to it. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now let's see if I can copy and paste it in there. But if you want to go to it, you can go to our Facebook page, and you'll see the app there. There it is. There's the link right there. I think you can get to it from that link. I just sent the link out. But if you want to get to it, you can get to our Facebook page, and you can download it at Google Play, or you can go to Google Play apps and look for My Dispatcher Network. The name of the app is My Dispatcher Network. You can see here. Okay. But Google Play has a problem on the mobile side of it. Now, for some reason, I'm going to pull it up both on the mobile and I'm going to pull it up on the tablet. It works perfectly on the tablet, but for some reason on the mobile side, which we're about to click and pull up here, I'm going to show it to you all. On the mobile side, if you're doing it on your phone, when you first access it on the mobile, hope you all can see that. When you first access it on the mobile, what happens is it's not showing the tab buttons to go from different locations on our site, on the app. There is no tab button, and a lot of you have made reference to that, and I just noticed that really. Okay, so there's no tab button for it to access our different areas of the site for some reason. However, if it's loaded up on your tablet, let's look at it here on the tablet. I've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab. So let's look at it on the tablet. As y'all can see here, there's the app there. It's pulling up. And I want y'all to notice that on the tablet, it looks and works perfectly. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Google Play is working on it. And as you can see here on the tablet, up there you see the 3 tabs. So same thing you see on our website. It's exactly the same way it is on our website. It's the exact same on the app. So on the tablet, you can click on it, and it's going to give you, see that? It actually gives you those tabs where you can go from section to section. You can go from section to section, and it will take you to each tab to where you can actually view our site just like you do on your computer or in our web version. And it takes a while for it to load up back here on the tablet. But that's the app on the tablet, and it works exactly the way it's supposed to. Versus it on the phone, it's giving us all kinds of problems where it won't go from tab to tab. Like you see, there's the video page from the app. As you all can see, it does work perfectly on the tablet. So we're waiting on Google to do whatever they got to do to get it straightened out. They are aware of the problem. They are working on it. Apple is taking a little bit longer because they've got to get it to correspond with their iOS, with the Apple operating system. So, but it is going to be on the Apple also too. So if you have iPhones or iPads or something like that, give it a couple of days. Hopefully they'll have it ready and have it published on the Apple app by midweek. Okay, so that is what we had to go over on the app. Now, as you all notice, we do have a new page on our Facebook page. We have a new Facebook page. It is the RBBS LLC, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. It is not a group. It is our official page. That's our official Facebook, our official social networking page. Our group is still the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We have a group page as well as the actual official Facebook page. If you have not joined our Facebook, if you have not liked our Facebook page, please go and do so. The more likes we get, of course, the more exposure we get. If you have not liked our Facebook page, RBBS LLC, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, not the group, but the page, please go in and like that page. I will share that page with you all. And this is the home page here. Let me share it with you all real quick. There it is. That's our Facebook, official Facebook and social media page. All right. Got that out of the way. Let's move on to something else here. Let's get rid of the Facebook thing. Let's move on to, all right, let's go ahead and, for those of you who submitted your profile sheets for this week, to get your toll-free numbers, they were processed. Now, if you submitted your profile sheet on Friday, it won't be ready till next Friday. Okay, because we tell you all that you all need to get those in by the end of the day on Thursday. By 5 p.m. on Thursday, those Eastern Standard Time, all of your profile request forms need to be in by Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that email not there for that Thursday, 5 p.m., if it's dated after 5 p.m. on Thursday, if it's dated Friday morning at 6 a.m., guess what? They're not going to revisit it and go back and do anything on it until next Friday, because all of the processing for the profiles are done on Friday. Turn off your video. No, all of the processing. I just got a message from the system asking me if he wanted me to turn off my video. I don't know why they ask me stuff like that. But all of the processing is done on Friday, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. is when you will receive those back. Okay, so, but they're not going to stop what they're doing on Friday. They've already got the ones that they need to do, and they've got them in their, their to-do list on the interns website, and they go ahead and take care of that. Anything that comes in after Thursday, they don't worry about it until next week. Okay, so they're processing other stuff during the week. So if you want to get those on as quickly as possible, do them before in the business on Thursday, and they'll get back out to you all on Friday. They'll be emailed back out to you all in form of a reply. This is for those individuals who have registered, who have completed their orientation, and they're getting acclimated or implemented into our platform, because we do pay for you all's extension on our toll-free numbers. We pay for your e-fax line, and we pay for your dedicated domain email address. So if you want those, you have to get those into us by Thursday in order to get them back that Friday. If you don't get them in by Thursday, you won't get them back until the next Friday. Okay? All right. That covers that. All right. Let's go to the back office area. If you go into the back office area, oh, and those of you who did get yours back today, you won't get on the web until the next week. The day is the what? What's today's date? Today's date is, I got so many phones around here. Today's date is the 17th. So by the end of this month, getting closer to the end of this month is when they update, because they'll update this site once per month with all the new people that we've added to it. So they update that page, and we're in the process of building a better, a more visually pleasing page for our net directory. So give us a little time on getting everyone transferred over and getting everyone in. All right, let's go ahead and get into our back office area. For those of you who are on our site, go to Dispatcher Tools and Resources. Okay, go over here to the little More button, click on Dispatcher Tools and Resources, and it should take you over to our Dispatcher Tools and Resources area, which is going to be your back office site. If you're not logged in, it's going to require you to log in. If you are not a member of our network or our platform, you will not be able to log into this area, so just kind of follow along with us if you are just watching and trying to learn what it is that we do, okay? But if you are, for members of our network, for our students and members of our network, go ahead and log in. Let's go to the back office area. All right, in the back office area, now we're going to go over the steps here as far as what to do when you first come into this back office area. But before I do that, let's go over some of the new things that we did add to it. We did add in the agreements, forms, and documents. Okay, let's go to that. Agreements, forms, and documents. This is our agreement, forms, and documents area. We did add to the agreements, forms, and documents, and we're going to pull it around here and show you which one it is. We did add the profile form. Everyone's been asking about the profile form. Can someone share with me a profile form? I need a profile form. Who has a profile form? Who has a profile form that has the money on it? Does anyone have a profile form? All right. There's your profile form. So there's no need to ask, where's the profile form? How do I get the profile form? And, what does the profile form need in it? There it is right there. Click on this little picture right here that shows a list of important forms, available forms, download below. Carrier profile form. Forward this form along with your dispatch agreement to the carrier to complete. This is going to click that link there. It's going to pull it right up for you. Now, we didn't put any type of logos or anything on it. If you want to add logos to it, save this as a Word file. Go back and add your logos and do the editing, add your logo and add your name to, add your company name to it if you want to. This is a generic profile form, but it does have all the stuff that you need to ask the carrier when wanting to know how much money do they need to move their truck. It basically says carrier profile. Okay, please fill out the profile as we discussed to better fill your companies. So the below are just minimums. Our goal is to always exceed and get you the best loads possible. This is where the carrier names goes. That's where the person who's filling out name goes there. Their company name goes there. Their home address goes there. The equipment or what type of vehicle what type of loads that they pull, whether it's van, flatbed, etc., or reefer. Equipment size, 48 foot, 53 foot, etc. Max or whatever what's weight that they want to pull goes there. In bold it says minimum cost per mile, CPM. You know, this is just an example, $2.25 per mile, etc. Whatever their minimum cost that they need to move their truck, that's where they put it at. Now, the only thing I would add to this, I would add maybe a section which I probably should have, and I'll probably go back and do it and reload it up, but add a section that says minimum cost per mile for loads more than 500 miles. Minimum cost per mile for load running less than 500 miles. You understand? Because normally when you got carriers that's running those short runs, if they're running less than 500 miles or 300 miles or whatever it's going to be, they need more money. Why? Because they're short runs. And if you're going to run a short run, you're probably going to need more money than you would on runs that's running longer. Why? Because you can stack up the miles to make more money. All right? So I will go back and update this and then reload it up. So you all won't need to change anything. All you have to do is just when you get the new updated version, it will reflect on when you click on it in the back office. All right, preferred distance runs, 300. How far would you like to run? What's the max you can run? You know, if some guys don't want to run more than 600 miles. Why? Because they don't want to waste more. They don't want to take more than one driving shift. Because the average truck is only going to get 650 miles max with these new hours of service in one shift of running. You know, they get that 11 hours that they have to run now. That's the new hours of service. They only get 11 hours that they can run. Then they got to shut down for 10. So the most any carrier is going to be able to run doing one of those types of conditions is going to be 650 miles. Yes, I have ran 725 miles in one driving shift, but the conditions have to be right. You're not going to do that in the mountains. You can do that out west, New Mexico, Nevada, those flat, just straight out flat. No hills, no nothing. You just running flat, and a lot of times you're running all downhill. So you just let that bad boy go, and it's going to coast 85 miles an hour going all downhill, or just going and just riding out. Yeah, you can do that out there, but you ain't going to do that in Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, okay, Oklahoma. No, you ain't going to do that in Texas, Harvey. Because Texas got hills too, Arizona, all the places got hills, Mississippi got hills, Louisiana got hills, Florida got hills, but guess what? You ain't going to run those 700 miles in none of those states. There's only a few states that you can run that kind of run and get 700, 720 miles out of one run. And that's those states that have you going downhill, like out there by the Salt Lakes. You hit the trail where you just going straight down here for about a good 200 miles is all down. A lot of you not. Any of you who are drivers, you know what I'm talking about. You get to a point where you just going down here for about 150 to 200 miles. That is no exaggeration. It is all down here. You can just sit there and hold the steering wheel. Your truck going to roll right on down here. Get great gas mileage out there. I'm telling you right now, because you just coasting all the way down here. So if you're on one of those runs, yeah, you can do that. All right? All right, so that's your form. That's your form that you send along with your dispatch agreement. All right, we got some things here. Grade degrees. yeah, Charles, that's right. Those grade degrees and slopes. you gotta work them. If any of y'all know anything about driving a truck, you gotta work those grade degrees and slopes. All right. That is your dispatch form. Let's go and get rid of that. Everybody's got that. Everybody's got it. Any questions on this carrier profile form? Any questions real quick on that carrier profile form? All right, we're getting rid of that. Carrier profile form is done. Okay. All right, let's go back to our area and let's get back on the steps. All right. I understand that, yes, we do have a lot. We have a ton of new people who have recently come onto the platform. Matter of fact, I processed 3 more new people just before we came on here today. 3 people signed on and came on and got the platform, and I probably got about 3 or 4 more because I've had about 12 to 15 phone conversations this week where people have already committed to signing up with us this weekend. Now, with that being said, I know we have a lot of new people, and if you were not with us in the beginning, and Charles Money says, welcome to all new members. For those of you who are not on our broadcast, but going to be watching this later, welcome to all new members. Thank you, Charles. But for the new people that are coming on, and people who have recently joined us, if you were not with us in the beginning, I understand that you all don't know the steps like a lot of the older people do, people who've been with us for a while. So we started out just teaching the platform. They started out with us learning the platform. And the platform has evolved over time. So if you're just starting out, this video right here, make sure that you all go back and watch video number 51. So if you ever have, where are the steps? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I find this on the video? This video is going to cover that. So make sure you all go back and watch. If you have those type of questions, go back and watch this video. And this video is going to be entitled, Getting Started and Where to Go. So make sure you go back and watch Getting Started and Where to Go. All right. After you have enrolled, we're not going to go back and we're not going to review how to get enrolled because you all should know that by now. Okay. I explained that to everybody that calls up and asks about the platform. You all should not have any questions about how to get into the back office or how to get enrolled or how to get set up with your toll-free numbers or how to do any of that type of stuff, okay? So I swear I cover that. I have that speech in my head, and I cover that at least 50, 60 times a day, okay? And that's about a good 5 to 7 minute spiel, okay? And I do that 50, 60 times every single day. I promise you. So you all should have any questions about that because that's the first thing you all should know before you can go in and pay for our platform. All right. But after you are in a platform, after you are set, the next question is, okay, where do I start? You start by going to your back office site, Dispatcher Tools and Resources. When you get to this back office site, the very first thing before you do anything else, the very first thing you do is you go down to Agreements, Forms, and Documents, okay? And you find what? The dispatch agreement. No, I'm sorry. Take that back. You find our script. So that's before you do anything else. Step number 1, 2, and 3. Okay? I'm telling you, step number 1, 2, and 3, A, B, C, and D, uno, dos, cuatro, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Juan, Tomei, Darigaki, I forgot my Mandarin. But anyway, the first 3 things you do is learn the script. Number 1. Number 2, learn the script. Number 2. Number 3, learn the script. If you're looking for the script, go back in here and the documents on Rolodex. Look for the truck that's pulling the money. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's the name of our script. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the truck that's pulling the money. Click on that. When you click on it, it's going to take you over and it's going to tell you how much money you need to move your truck. Okay? This is our script. Okay? Make sure you learn this script. Okay? It tells you right here, learn this script. Okay? Before you do anything else. Because without this, I promise you, you ain't going to make it. You got to know what to say to the carriers. Carriers is the very first thing you do is get carriers. You don't have a business You all can't do anything. You're not legally allowed to do anything else until you what? Sign up a carrier to a dispatch agreement. That's the first part of the compliance with statute 49A through C. Federal Motor Carrier Association statute, which basically describes who is legally able to find and book freight. Okay? So this is the first thing you got to do. This is the first part of that compliance. You got to get that dispatch agreement out. You got to get a carrier signed to a dispatch agreement. You don't have a business. You don't have any. You can't do anything without a client, and that's your client. Click on that. It opens it up, and it goes into how much money do you need in order to move your truck. You are going to, first of all, call up the carriers, and you're going to what? Pitch them this pitch. But before you start calling carriers, learn this dispatch agreement. Now, what's the best way to go about learning something like this? Because remember, this is sales. I want each and every last one of you to understand something. Forget what you heard. I'm like Rick James now. Forget what you heard. I'm not going to say the other part, but y'all already know what Rick James said. Forget what you heard. Sales. Okay? And the best y'all know. Okay? I don't care what people have told y'all about, yeah, this is logistics, learning lane rates and all that type of stuff, and you got to know trucking, you got to know how to sell. If you ain't a salesman, you ain't going to make no money. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada. Nothing if you don't know how to sell over the phone. Because that's what this is. This is sales, plain and simple. Don't let nobody fool you into thinking anything other than that. This is sales. And if you are not comfortable talking with people over the phone and trying to convince them to think the way you do, then tough luck, you go find you something else to do. Okay? I'm telling you that right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's not what I do. I'm not in the sugarcoating business. I'm in the business of telling you all what you all need to know to learn how to make money. Okay? If you're not comfortable with sales, if you're not comfortable with talking to people over the phone, if you're not comfortable with hearing people disagree with you, you got to find a way to turn them around to get them back on your page and convince them that this is right for them, then go find you something else to do, because this ain't going to work for you. I know people say, is that fool crazy? He's telling people not to sign up for his platform. Yeah, because I'm telling you, because it ain't going to do you no good, it ain't going to do us no good if you sign up for our platform and then you can't never get comfortable with calling people and talking to them on the phone. Then you get frustrated. Then you want to blame everybody but the man in the mirror. Like Michael Jackson say, the man in the mirror. Right? That's what it's all about. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. All right? If you can't get comfortable with that, you're not going to make no money. You're not going to convince nobody to sign up for a special agreement. Therefore, you're not going to be able to go out there and find no load. And for those of you who think you're going to, well, I can call shipper. If you can't convince a carrier to sign your dispatch agreement, I know good and doggone well you ain't going to get no shipper to sign you on. I can tell you, now that's a definite no-no. Because that is the hardest thing to do in this industry. I'm just giving it to you just like it should be given to you. Getting shippers to sign up with you is the hardest thing a broker ever has to do. Because for one thing, first of all, it is extremely difficult just getting to the person who makes that decision. And once you do get the person to make that decision, you've got to be able to pitch him in 20 seconds or less. Because that's all the time he's got. Because they are so busy, they got about 20 seconds that they're going to devote to listening to you for you to convince them that they need to send you their loads every morning, because you're going to help them move 20 to 25% of their loads. And what you say in 20 seconds don't make sense to them, I appreciate your call. Leave your number and with my secretary, and we'll give you a call back. Yeah, that dog ain't going to hunt. So, back to what we was talking about. Learn this pitch, because this is your best option, your best bet. This is the easiest way for you to get into this industry, book freight, and make money. And when I say make money, I'm not talking about no little chump change. I'm talking about real money. If you master this, script, and you master contacting carriers and getting them signed up, the more carriers you get signed up, and then finding the loads, that's the easy part. I'm going to be honest with you, finding loads is the easy part. This is the hard part. Once you get this done, then the road kind of smooths out. But you got to get over this hump. You got to become a salesperson. Okay, you got to become a salesperson. And I see a lot of you all jumping into this, and you going into cars and carriers, and you ain't even learned the pitch yet. But then I see you all in the chat group. I've been calling carriers, and I can't get nobody to sign up. But then when I call you up, because a lot of you, when I do see that stuff sometimes. I go back and look at the chat. I go through the chats about 3 or 4 days back. And then I'll Facebook call y'all. A lot of y'all got on y'all Facebook page now. Missed call from Calvin Buck. I will Facebook call y'all. And I'll say, hey, let me hear your pitch. Let's go over that pitch. Some of y'all over here right now know. I've called you. Hey, well, let's go over your pitch. I can't even do a proper. You can't even do a proper pitch. Why? Because you haven't taken the time to learn your business. This is your business. I always I tell all my students, don't make someone else responsible for your success. Okay? The only person who is responsible for your success is you. This is your business. This ain't my business. My business is a platform. My business has carriers already that I already dispatched for. I'm sharing with you the knowledge that I have experienced in the best of my ability and provide you all tools, resources, access to help you. But I'm not going to work your business for you. Okay? Let's get that point straight right now. I am not here to work your business for you. Okay? We are here to provide you all with tools, resources, and access to make it so that your business can more easily be ran and to make your business running less expensive. Because if you didn't have access to the stuff that we are giving access to, you either have to pay for it yourself or find it yourself or spend more time trying to put it all in a place where you can access it yourself. Okay? That's what my business is. Providing you all with access and providing you all with information and things that you're not getting elsewhere, and providing for you all a network so y'all can come together and talk to each other like y'all do in our chat group and help each other navigate this industry. Okay? Now, with that being said, this is your script. Please go through and learn it. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a real quick walkthrough on this script because the best way to learn something is to hear it done. Okay? I need a volunteer real quick. Real quick, I need a volunteer. And remember, this is the last week we're going to do this. So somebody volunteer to be a carrier. And I am going to pitch this script so everybody can see how it's done. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we have?
Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. Coming through loud and clear. And who do we have on the line?
I can volunteer. It's Jared.
Okay. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Now, see, that's what I like. Jared just joined, right, Jared?
Well, I joined a year ago. Well, I had some health issues going back. For those y'all that don't know, Jared joined over a year ago, and he can tell you himself this platform has evolved. Okay, because back when he first looked at it, we were a brokerage firm just hiring people. Right, Jared? Yes, sir.
Platform has evolved, and if I do say to myself, I like it, and I'm sure Jared like it. That's why he's back. All right. So Jared's going to play the role, and Jared, we hope you're feeling better health-wise. We appreciate you sticking with us, and we try to make sure that we provide something that's worthy, and having you come back to us like that lets us know that we are providing something that's actually. So we pray for your continued improvement in your health, and hope that you go ahead and from this point on make it real successful for you. All right, Jerry's gonna be the carrier. I'm gonna be the dispatcher. I'm calling him up. Now you all can read along with this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna read the script because I want you all to learn it to the point, just like the way I learned.
Learn to the point where you don't need to read it. But from now on, get in the mirror, pitch the script to yourself in the mirror, turn on your laptop or your tablet, record yourself pitching your script, either to yourself or to someone else. Record it, and then play it back, and you'll be amazed at what you see. All right? All right, ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Ring, ring, ring. Hey, is this Jared?
Yes, sir, it is. How may I help you?
Hey, Jared. Hey, Jared. I'm here to help you. My name is Calvin Butler. I am with the National Dispatchers Network, and we are the largest independent network of independent dispatchers in the country, about almost 1,400 dispatch firms strong. I'm calling you because I noticed that you've got a trucking company, and you have one truck, and I have one. How much do you need to move? How much money do you need to move your truck?
Well, normally I don't move for less than $3 a mile, Calvin.
Okay, well, great. Jared, look, so you understand. From your answer, I know that you understand, and we also understand that not every carrier can move their truck for the same amount of money because you have expenses that other carriers may not have. I don't know what your expenses are. So when we contact carriers, first thing that we ask them is how much money do they need to move their truck. Because if you tell us you need $3 per mile to move your truck for loads that's running more than 500 miles, then guess that's all we're going to look for. We're not going to look for anything less than that. If you tell us you want loads that's running $4 per mile for loads that's running less than 500 miles, that's all we're going to look for. We're not going to call you with anything. We're not going to bother you or waste your time contacting you if we don't have anything that's that or more. Also, if you tell us you want loads that keep you on the bottom half of the United States because you don't like running up in the mountains, I'm not going to go look for loads that's running up in North Carolina and Pennsylvania and New York and all those, Ohio. I'm going to keep you on the bottom half of the United States. If you tell me you want loads that are weighing less than 45,000 pounds, less than 40,000 pounds, because we don't like running heavy, I'm not going to look for no heavy loads for you. Because, Jared, when you see my number on your caller ID, you're going to know that I got the kind of loads you want, going to the places you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid. Now, how's that sound to you?
Yep. I run mostly Midwest and Southeast, Calvin.
Great, then we'll keep you out there. Look, we will keep you in those flatlands because I know you like running those flatlands. Then that's what you run mostly. That's what we're gonna look for. Now, do you run a reefer or a? Because I'm thinking if you're out that way, you're probably running reefer, right?
No, actually, I'm running van.
Okay, you run van. Okay, yeah. There's quite a few van loads out that way too. But here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you over my dispatch agreement, Jared. Now, my dispatch agreement calls for you to pay us 10% only when we find the load you want. If you don't like what the load is paying, don't accept it. If you don't like what we find for you, just tell us no, I don't want it. And we're only going to call you with the loads that you've already told us you want. So we're going to also send you a profile sheet. That profile sheet is going to ask you a couple of questions. Basically, how much money you need, where do you want to run, how you want to run, what type of weight you want to pull, and those type of things. That way, we have a criteria already preset. So when we get up in the morning and we look for your load, we already know what you want. And we're not going to look for anything that doesn't meet all of your criteria. So if they don't meet all of your criteria, guess what? We're not going to call you. But when you find a load that meets all of your criteria, that's when you're going to get a phone call from us, and that's the only time you're going to get a phone call from us. And we're going to try to have at least 3 to 5 loads that match or exceed your criteria for you to choose from. And in most cases, what I'm going to try to do, my attempt to do, now what I'm attempting to do, Jerry, is this. Once I get you set up, I want to try to book you out for an entire week. That way you know where you're going, you know your back hauls, you know how much money you're going to make. You can go ahead and add that up for the week, and you already know what your operating budget is, a whole 9 yards. How's that sound to you?
That sounds good.
All right, great. What's your email, Jared? I'm going to get this over to you as soon as possible, and I'm going to call, and you can get this back to me. The quicker you get it back to me, the quicker we can get started. Now, if I don't hear from you in a day or so, guess what, Jared? I'm going to be calling you back.
Okay.
Right.
It's atavae@gmail.com. You shoot
Right.
that over, and I'll probably have it back to you by Monday.
Cool. Great doing business with you, Jerry. I look forward to servicing you, and I know we're going to make a lot of money together. Now,
I hope so, Calvin.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is your pitch. That's the way that pitch should go, okay? That's the way that pitch should go. Yeah, there are going to be times you're going to get some a-holes. I'm telling you that right now. If you make 10 phone calls, 3 of them are probably going to be a-holes. That's just how it is, okay? So, don't let that discourage you. Don't be afraid of pissing someone off from time to time. Why? Because chances are they weren't going to work with you no way. So don't even worry about it. Don't worry about pissing them off. That way you ain't got to worry about dealing with them ever again. Okay? And so this is a numbers game. And you have to know the pitch. If you don't know this pitch, you ain't going to make it. I'm telling y'all this right now. Anybody on here who was thinking about joining our platform, now a lot of y'all probably say, man, that Calvin crazy. He don't know much about business. But if anybody on here who is not joining our platform, you're thinking about joining our platform, you are so uncomfortable. Talking to people, pitching people, trying to sell someone over the phone, if that causes you some type of anxiety and so much anxiety that you just think you can't do this, then just sign off right now. Okay, sign off right now because this ain't gonna work for you. I'm just letting you know this is not for you. You might want to go get a job at Walmart. I hear they're raising the minimum wage now to $14 an hour. Amazon, you can go work for Amazon. They got $14 an hour now on the minimum wage. Okay, I heard McDonald's is raising their minimum wage up to around $14 an hour. So if this type of industry frightens you, if sales causes you some anxiety to the point till you feel like you just can't do this, don't. I don't want nobody having no anxiety attacks or anything like that because they're on the phone and somebody starts cussing them out and they just go into a panic. Okay, we don't want that. We don't need that. Okay, but if you can see yourself learning this script, and it's not a very hard script. If you can see yourself learning this script, you can see yourself calling up a carrier and pitching this script with enthusiasm, the way you just heard Jared there, okay? Pitching the script with enthusiasm. If you go back and look at this script from last week where we pitched it to a very irate guy, that's about the worst as you're going to get. The one you go back and watch the video from last week where we pitched the guy who was just, he was the client from hell. But you notice how I didn't just stop the script. I kept coming back at it, to the point to where he even said to himself, why are we even doing it? And I told him, because you're still on the phone. If you don't want to hear that guy to say, you would have hung up a long time ago. That's what I mean by you have to become that comfortable with pitching over the phone. Because remember, come on, people, you're on the phone. What are they going to do to you? What can they say to you that's going to cause you so much anxiety and fear that you'll be willing to give up on making $100,000+ a year? It's just that simple. Matter of fact, I can't believe it was Mr. Abdul. As a matter of fact, Mr. Abdul, he said something to me last week that I used for my quote, my business quote of the day. And that big quote of the day was, you can't be shy about making money. Okay? If you're shy about making money, man, go work for Walmart. Go work for Sam's Club. Go work for Amazon. Go work for somebody. But if you're shy about making money, you don't need to be in sales. You don't need to be in this type of business where you got to talk to people and generate as much money as you pretty much want to, really. Okay? But you can't do it without learning this script. All right? Any questions about this script before we move to the next step? Any questions about this script before we move to the next step? Anybody have any questions about this script? All right. Go back and watch this video.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Charles.
What's up, man?
I get calls from some people about the script. Some of the dispatchers, they'll call me and they'll say, well, I explained the script to a carrier, but then when I tell them the 10%, they say no. So I guess some dispatchers don't know how to, explain that 10% portion of how that, say if you find a carrier load that's $2,000, 10% of that is $200. So you go back to the broker and say, well, I want $2,200, so you can cover your $200 and they still keep their $2,000. So they just need to know how to figure out the numbers, how to get that 10% explained.
It's very simple. It's very simple. And the reason why they haven't followed because they haven't learned the script. They haven't went back and watched the videos because Charles, you know, we've covered this in several videos. They haven't done the legwork. And I'm not here to, I'm not here to appease people's ego or anything. I'm here to tell y'all how this works and how it should work. If you have not done the legwork, if you have not done what you were supposed to do in learning your business, you gotta watch the videos. I mean, we come here for 2 and 3 hours every Saturday and record this stuff and put it all over the internet for you all not to watch it. Learn your business. This is your business, so learn it. And part of being a business owner is doing your due diligence and doing your work and putting in the work. Nothing comes free. Nothing comes. There's no. I'm going on record right now. Despite what multi-level marketing and all these other places tell you, there is no such thing as a business in a box. Because I don't care what kind of business, you can run it from everything that's within that box. You're going to have to be able to have the ability to expand beyond what you have in front of you in order to make your business successful. If you don't believe that, ask Charles Money. If you don't believe that, ask him. Ask him if he had to learn to expand beyond what was in front of him. What we give you is a guideline. We give you tools and resources that allow you to be able to go out, to be able to get a clear understanding of how this business works, what to use when you need to use it. But at some point in time, you gotta train yourself to look at something and be able to improvise. You gotta improvise sometimes. Now, it's not covered in this script, but it is implied, and you all have seen us pitch the script enough to know that. Guy calls up and says, "Okay, Charles, I just told you about the 10%, and now you're telling me, well, that's too much." What's my response? Look, sir, I understand, but let me ask you a question. If the dispatcher you have now, or if you're finding loads right now, the loads you're finding, or let's say you need $2 per mile, and you're finding loads at $2.10, $2.25, whatever the case may be, and my 10%. But I call you, man, I got a load that's paying $3.45, and my fee is 10%. Now you said you needed $2 per mile, right? But you're finding loads at $2.25, $2.50. But I find loads, I got you about 4 loads, all of them paying more than $3.50 per mile, and you still got to pay me, what, $350? Well, no, I take that back. Not $350. If the loads I'm finding you is $3,500, and the loads that you're finding is $2,100, and I'm paying, and the loads I'm getting is $3,500, then you owe me $350. I am still almost 1,000 more than what the loads you're finding. So, if that being the case, if I'm calling you up with a load that's paying you $3,500 and it's averaging $3.50 and it's paying $3.50 a mile, and the loads that you're finding are only $2 per mile, $2.25 per mile, or your quote-unquote dispatcher is only finding you loads, showing you loads for that day, $2 per mile or $2.25 to the mile, which load is you going to take? You going to take my load even though I'm charging 10%? Or you going to take their load and they're charging you nothing, but you're $1,000 less? So you see how now my 10% doesn't really matter, does it?
That's a no-brainer.
Okay, exactly. That's all I'm telling you, sir. When I call you up If you tell me you want $2.20 per mile, right? And I already know that you don't want to give up a whole lot of money. So guess what? Am I going to look for loads that's paying just $2.20? No, I'm probably going to look for loads that's paying $2.40 a mile, or $2.45, $2.50 a mile. Why? So I can still give you what you want and still be able to collect my 10% of everybody's hand. Because the goal is to find you the loads that you want, not the loads that I have available to you. No, I'm only looking for the loads you want, and let's make sure you understand this. I'm only gonna contact and call you if I got what you are looking for. If I don't got what you're looking for, guess what? You ain't gonna never hear from me. So you ain't lost nothing at all. But if by some circumstance that phone rings and you say, oh my God, that's Calvin Butler, the guy that said he can get me these loads of good paying freight. If by chance me, you can bet your bottom dollar I got 3 loads for you that's paying you way more than what you were looking for. You ready to go ahead and get this thing started? Look, you're not going to know that if you don't know the script. Everything falls back to the script. And what I mean by know the script, you got to be able to look at the script and come up with objections, and then within the script, find ways to overcome those objections. This script provides the only objection that we can't overcome, really, is our trucks no more. Or if you got someone that's just being just a complete a-hole and just, they're not trying to make money. But other than that, that's it. A lot of you now, other than that, that's it. You all have watched me give this script live over the course of the last year. I've done it at least, 8, 9, 10 times, Charles? At least 10 times. With the exception of last week, that was probably the only time that I ever had anybody that didn't sign up. If you go back and watch this, all our videos over the last, go back to number 11. If you go back to number 11 and start from there and work your way up, you will see that we pitched this script probably about 10, 12 times, at least 10 times, live. I'm not talking about role playing. I'm talking about calling up carriers randomly from 123 load board, from truckers pad, from other sites, just randomly calling up carriers and pitching them live on the phone. And out of doing that, we've only had one person that didn't sign up. So that gives me a track of 9 out of 10. Why? Because I know the script. I know how to throw in the rebuttals. And you're not going to know that. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to feel comfortable doing that if you do not learn this script. So before you all do anything else, before you start getting on the chat group and asking people, well, I pitched this, and then I've been talking to kids, I can't get nobody to sign up, I can't get dial 1-800-WIN. Go back and watch the script. Go back and learn the script. Okay, I'm telling you, go back and learn the script. If you learn the script, I guarantee you, if you learn the script, it'll make things so much easier for you. Because you'll feel in talking, you can handle anything they throw at you. Okay? And if those are matches that kind of makes you feel some kind of way, don't worry about it. They don't know you. Don't feel bad about it. These people don't know you. Okay? Whatever they say to you is not going to stop you from getting up every morning, feeding your family. Or you shouldn't let it stop you from getting up every morning and feeding your family. And I always remember this. What you're doing is helping them. Whether they know it or not, whether they want to admit it or not, you are providing a valuable service to them. You really are. Whether they want to admit it or not, you are. Okay? All right, any other questions about this script? Any other questions about this script? Now I'm going to say this again. If you want to really, really learn this script, find you a buddy or someone within the network and you team up with them and y'all pitch the script to each other. You record it. Turn your camera on. Record each other. Matter of fact, you all do know that you all can log on to this conference site and conduct your own little meetings, right? So this is a free conference call, and we provide this for you all free. You can come into you can click on this thing, and you can have your own little meetings here. And you can record them. You all can record each other. You all can record your meetings. So you all can set up a little private, meeting with 2 or 3 of you all. You all can pitch the script back and forth, and you can record it, and then you all can post it or go back and play it and pull it up and see how you sound and hear how you sound. Because if you're watching yourself, if you're not convincing yourself, I guarantee you ain't going to convince nobody on the other end of that phone. Now, if y'all ask me why is he spending so much time on this script thing, because he deserves that much time. Because you all are jumping forward doing other things when you ain't got no business doing nothing else until you finish learning this script. And if you don't learn this script, you can just, this ain't going to work. It's not going to work without the script. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work without the script. So you got to learn the script. So just hunker down, learn the script, go back, watch the videos, learn the script. All right, enough of that. All right, that's the script part of it. Now, after you have pitched the script and you've gotten them to agree to it, your 10%, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull up the dispatch agreement. All right? You're going to pull up the dispatch agreement. Now, you all should have learned this dispatch agreement because you should pull up and learn the script. Then you pull up and learn the dispatch agreement. Before you start making phone calls, let me step back a second. Let me roll back real quick. Before you start making phone calls, after you feel comfortable with the script, after you feel comfortable that you have learned the script, you kind of got all the ins and outs of it, you got the nuances of it, you know how your face looks when you ask them how much money you need to move your truck, and all that type of stuff. You say, okay, I look pretty good doing that kind of thing. I don't look crazy and like I'm about to fall asleep on myself. I look convincing. Once you got that down, go and pull up and learn your dispatch agreement. The reason why you want to learn your dispatch agreement, because there are some questions that they may have that are within this dispatch agreement for you to rebuttal them on some things that they may have an objection to. Okay? Now, and it's also good to know your dispatch agreement so you'll know what you are providing to your client. And this is your dispatch agreement. Now, we're going to go over the dispatch agreement here real quick. We're going to go over this, and the dispatch agreement can be changed. It can be edited. You click the editable version, go in your name, address, phone number, and your email address up top. That's where your information goes. Now, in this dispatch agreement, make sure everybody understands something. Everything that is above the fee line, and this is the fee line right here, where it says the fee for dispatch service will be 10%. That's the fee line. Everything above the fee line that is in yellow, if it's highlighted in yellow, okay, that's where your information goes. That's where your name goes, or your company name goes there. Everything below this fee line that is in yellow, the carrier puts their information there. Okay? It's asking for the carrier's information. Let's go over this. Dispatch service agreement. At the top, I'm going to put your name or your company name, your address or your company address, and you can use just a city and state if you don't want people knowing your full address, your phone number. If you have your toll-free number with our extension, you can put it there, or you can use your regular cell phone number. It's up to you. Email address. If you want to use your dedicated domain email address, use that. Or if you want to use your private email address, use that. That's up to you. All right. Dispatch agreement. The carrier's information. The carrier's information goes there. The owner of and or the driver of truck number, the truck number goes there. Of the carrier, a licensed motor carrier MC number goes there. DOT number goes and or DOT number goes there. Hereby grants authorization to, your name goes there. Please do not put National Dispatchers Network. Don't put RBBS. Don't put Calvin Butler. Put your name or your company name goes there. To act as my agent for the sole purpose of searching for and booking shipments, processing all brokerage paperwork, and obtaining certificates of insurance as required in order to expedite shipments and dispatch via telephone, fax, or email for my truck unit number. Their truck number goes there. Plate number, license number goes there. In the state of whatever state they're operating out of goes there. All billing, invoicing, and collections of revenue from customers, brokers, shippers, consignees, etc. are the sole responsibility of the carrier. If revenue for the shipment or shipments is uncollectible, your name or your company name goes there, will be held harmless, and no penalty or deductions of fees will be made. The carrier agrees to maintain all proper licenses and permits to conduct business as a motor carrier in the area of intended operations. Additionally, carrier agrees to maintain liability and cargo insurance at the amount set forth by the home state of the carrier. Your name goes here or your company name goes there. Will be held harmless in the event of any and all claims. The carrier agrees to maintain an account with an internet load board service in the name of the carrier, with your name or your company name goes there as the point of contact for dispatching purposes. We're going to go over that in just a second. The fee for dispatch services will be 10% of the gross revenue of each shipment with no minimal charge. As loads are picked up, an amount equal to the above stated percentage will be payable to. Your name goes there. Don't put National Network of Dispatchers. Don't put RBBS LLC. Don't put Calvin Butler. Your name or your company name goes right there because this is your client. That money is yours. Yes, we do collect it for you, but that money is yours. Okay? Payments are to be conveniently paid with any debit or credit via text, email, invoice app, processed by the RBBS LLC invoice processing. We do process it. We do collect that for you. Please provide your SMS cell phone text number here. The carrier cell phone number goes there. Why? Because we text them a copy of the invoice and we email them a copy of the invoice. Your email here. Either party has the right to end this agreement. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days notice by written request. Upon cancellation, unused funds remaining in the deposit account will be refunded to the carrier within 2 business days without penalty, without penalty. Let me finish. By signing below, I fully understand the terms of this agreement. Their carrier's company name goes there, their signature goes there, the date goes there, and they can print their name right there. Your name goes here, or your name or your company name dated goes there, and your signature goes there. All right, good. What's your question?
It wasn't a question. We lost screen share. We don't see this no more.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, shoot. Hold on. My doggone system is rebooting. I don't know why. Waggle. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to have to reboot my system here. What is going on? Free conference call is not responding. Close program. Wait for program to respond. Give me a second. Free conference call is having problems. They're rebooting. All right, everyone. How y'all doing? I'm back. We had a little
Technical difficulty.
little light thing going on there. I don't know what was going on, but can you all see my screen?
We see.
One moment. Make sure that we get this screen thing squared off here. Get this screen thing squared. All right. Hey, can y'all see my screen now?
Now we can.
All right, great. All right, but let's get back to where we were. All right, here we go. All right, sorry about that. Sometimes when you have screens open, free conference call starts to click out on me, and I know it's not my internet because I pay Comcast the most that I can pay them for the very best that they're supposed to have to offer. So Xfinity need to get on their job. But anyway, now they probably start sending me some hate mail and cut me off as soon as they find out I said that. But let's get back to where we were. All right, that dispatch agreement. You all have got to learn that dispatch agreement along with your script, okay? Because that dispatch agreement is what you will be operating from. That is what makes you legal. Let's go and find it here again. Oh, it's over here. My bad. If you all look for the dispatch agreement, it's going to be the one that has the lady and the guy who are looking at a tablet. Okay, that's going to be your dispatch agreement. All right. So you pull that up. All right. Let's go back here. Let's look at this dispatch agreement again. All right. Now, from this dispatch agreement, you got to learn. You all have got to learn this. Okay, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There's no point in you sending over a dispatch agreement if you haven't looked at it and learned what it says and know what it is yourself. Because 6 times out of 10, you're going to have someone who's going to ask you, can you go over the dispatch agreement with me? Or what does this mean in the dispatch agreement? Or what does that mean? As I mentioned before, we were talking about here real quickly. We were looking at where it says, please provide, no, let's go back up, where it says that they are going to be required to have a load board under their name and give you access to it. Now, why do we put that in there? Because at some point in time, one day you all are going to learn all this stuff and you're going to be just as good at this as I am. You're going to have yourself 30, 40, 50, 60, maybe 100 carriers. You're probably, making somewhere between $250,000 or $1 million a year from your carriers and your dispatch firm, and you're not going to need us to provide you access to load boards anymore, okay? But we also provide you a way to have your carriers to pay for your load board access, okay? And you can actually make money on that. It's perfectly legal. It's called operating expense. You can use it as an operating expense. Take, for instance, let's say you do get to a point you got yourself 20 carriers. You got yourself 20 carriers. They're all signed up with you. And you say, then you can carry up one day, hey, Mr. Carriers, how y'all doing? As your dispatcher, my job is to make sure I find you all super freight. I have an opportunity to get on to the DAT load board. Okay? As you all know, DAT is very expensive. I don't know if you all have that or not. If you do, great. If you don't, then I need to try and get that so that we can make sure that I can get all you all the type of loads that you all want. And that is able to provide those loads at a good price. Everybody seems to like it. But it is very expensive. It's $299. So here's what I can do for you. If I can get one of you or all of you to just pay a small fee of $19 per month or $20 a month, or whatever the case may be. If you got enough carriers, $10 a month. If you got enough carriers. Some of y'all see where I'm going. If you just go ahead and send $20 per month, now if you got 20 carriers times $20 a month, that's pretty good money. Okay, that's more than $299. I can tell you that for a fact. That's more than $299. So now you got enough money to get that, right? And that carrier lists you as the administrator of that account. This dispatcher is my dispatcher. He is the only one that's authorized to be on this account and to use this account. Now, you can get on there and use that account to find loads for all your carriers, because they're all having to pay the cost of it. Now, whatever money over that $20, over that $299 that money's coming in, well, let's say you got to the point to where we are, where you got 317 carriers, and they're all paying $20 a month. You're starting to see something here now. Your bell's starting to go off. The little ching-ching button's starting to go off. All right, they're all paying $20 a month. You can actually use that to get that, and you can use it to fund other load boards or branding materials that you need, or use it for other operating expense. Okay, so, but you're not going to know how to explain that if you don't know this dispatch agreement. All of this requires you all to do some work. All of this requires you all to go back to school, so to speak, because you got to learn this stuff. So this is your business. And if you're not willing to go back to school and learn how to make money with your business, then why are you even in business? And seriously, why are you in business if you're not willing to go back and learn how to make money using your business, using this platform? Okay? Because again, don't make other people responsible for your success. You have to be responsible for your own success. All right. Any questions on this dispatch agreement? Any questions on your dispatch agreement? If you want to know the difference between Charles's dispatch, between Charles's platform and our platform provides access to two sources of the network. Charles's platform provides you, he has an ebook series that fills in, that connects the dots, a little stuff that you're going to need to know, okay, within the industry. Also, his platform provides a consulting. He has a pure consulting platform where if you want to pay, for an hour of consulting, you can get that, and it'll be an hour of private consulting. Okay. Our platform provides you with a network that you can go to, and you all can talk amongst each other, and you can come here on Saturday, connect with me, and do your consulting that way. Or you can just try to call me up, and if you can get through to me, yeah, I'll sit down and go over some stuff with you. But Charles's platform is more of a pure consulting platform. Our platform provides you with two resources, access to stuff all under one roof that you would normally get separately from all different other places, or pay for separately in all different other forms. Okay? All right, that's the difference. All right. Hope I explained that right, Charles. but his platform does work very well with ours. That's why we promote it in our network. That's why we promote it within our chat group. You'll notice that I don't allow any other platforms to be promoted within our network. Why? Because Charles and I have worked closely together to develop this platform. We work closely together to develop his own business. He started out, like I said, just dispatching. But then again, remember at the very beginning of today's training, I said at some point in time, you all are going to have to learn how to expand beyond what's in front of you. Okay? You're going to have to learn to expand beyond what's in front of you. And it took about 40 days. I take that back. It took him about 50 days, 50 to 60 days. But he figured that out. After he figured out how to book freight, he figured out how to use the platform and book freight. And when he got decent at booking freight, then he started to realize that there were other things that he could do. And then that's when he, called me up and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm thinking about doing that. How should I? And that's when we decided we'll get together and we kind of develop his own niche. That's what I'm looking for. We got together, we worked on a niche, and found a niche that served a purpose within our own platform, because we realized that this platform, I don't have the time. I just don't. This platform has grown to the point till it's gotten so big that I just don't have the time to spend with you all day to day to day, hour to hour to hour, just consulting like I used to when I first started out, when this was a brokerage firm. When this was a brokerage firm and we were hiring people, yes, I used to have, my day was filled with just consulting with people. But we've grown beyond that. We're approaching 1,400 students and members now. There's no way, not on God's green earth, that I can sit down and consult with each and every one of you. Now, what I am considering doing, and I'm making this announcement now, me and one of the new students, we talked about this. I am considering creating teams and having team leaders, and those team leaders are going to be individuals who are producing. If you are producing, if you are booking freight, if I'm seeing your invoices come in and you are booking freight, producing, I'm going to have set up teams and team leaders where team members are going to be in charge of consulting, direct consulting with their team. And when they do that, that team leader will be getting a percentage of the book freight that his team books. Okay, so that's something that we're gonna be developing. But like everything else, I got a lot on my plate. So that's one of the reasons why I'm taking so much time off to focus between now and the new year to develop some more stuff for our platform. Now let's get back to what we're doing. All right, that's our agreement. Anything else has about this dispatch agreement? Okay. So once you learn this dispatch agreement, pull it up. You fill in the information you need to fill in. All right, and you know the pitch now. You know the dispatch agreement. The next thing you've got to do now is do what? You got to pull up your profile sheet. Profile sheet is not much to learn. You really don't even have to really look at it. Really, you just got to pull it up and you got to send it along with your dispatch agreement. Now, when you do that, when you pull up your profile sheet. All right, you're going to go here. You're going to find your profile sheet. Let's see here. Where's that profile sheet? Let's find that profile sheet. Find that profile sheet. There it is right there. You're going to click on that bad boy right there. And you're going to come on down here. You're going to click on that, go to the link right there. And you're going to pull up your profile sheet. Okay? It's already ready for you. All you got to do is just save it and then attach it in your email. Get it on off to your carrier. Along with what? Your dispatch agreement. You're going to get the dispatch agreement. They're going to fill it out and sign it. They're going to fill this out. They're going to send it all back to you. When you get all that back, now your next step is to do what? You got to call Mr. You're going to call up carriers now. Now it's time. No, I take the back. Yeah, okay. I got a little ahead of myself. After you learn all this, you kind of got your carrier profile sheet. You're gonna now start calling carriers. You're gonna call carriers, and now you're going to pitch them. Now the next question is, where do you find the carriers, right? So backtrack here real quick. Let's review. Learn the script. Step 1. Step 2. Learn the script. Step 3. Learn the script. After you learn the script, step 4 is pull up your dispatch agreement and learn it. Step 5, pull up your carrier profile sheet and have it stored and saved and kind of skim through it and make sure you know it. Now, your next step is calling up carriers, which becomes, where do I find carriers? You're going to scroll down here to where it says load boards. Everybody's following. I want to make sure everybody's following me now. When you stroll down here, you're looking for load boards. There are 2 sites that we locate carriers on. One site is Truckers Pass. By the way, somebody said they was having problems with Truckers Pass. I haven't had any problems with Truckers Pass. I don't know what y'all are doing, what y'all are clicking on, but here's the Truckers Pass. You're going to click there, go to the link. Go up here. We're going to click on truckloads for brokers. So we're going to find some carriers. You're going to click sign in. And as you can see, I have the same password as everybody else. Okay? Truck search. And bam, there you go. All right? just like abracadabra. Y'all know that song, do you? I wanna reach out and grab you. Okay. Yeah. So I'm showing my age now. Y'all know nothing about that. Anyway, you can go and find carriers on Truckers Path. Okay, you can use Truckers Path to go find carriers. There's them all listed here. You can pull them up by the states. You can pull them up by what type of truck it is. Flatbeds, vans, or reefers, or you can put up all of them and just click search, and it'll have them all in there. And it has the phone number and where they're located at and all that type of stuff. This is if you want to do a more direct located search. If you want to know where they are at the time or whatever the case may be, you can click on here and go and call up the carrier. A lot of times, these are the actual drivers themselves. Okay, if you're looking for that now, if you're on 123, we don't use 123 anymore. But if you have 123, or if you know someone within the platform that has 123, if you have 123, you can go and contact the exact driver. It shows you the driver. It shows you the truck, what truck stop is at, and tells you who the driver is. So the number it has is for that specific driver, not for the company, not for the owner of the trucking company. It has a number to the driver itself if you're on 123. Okay? We don't use 123 anymore because we had a little bit of a with them on the cost of their platform for us and how it was to be used. So we chose to just drop them all together. So, but we do have members who do have access to 123. Come to the chat group. Ask those members. You know, if anybody has access to 123, and if they want to share their access with you, they'll be more than happy to. Right? Or if you can get on to 123, if you got an MC number or a DOT number, and you can get on to 123, go ahead and knock yourself out. All right. But this is how you find them on Truckers Path. Now, the site that we recommend you go to find carriers, okay? The site that we recommend you go to is not Truckers Path. The site that we recommend you go to is going to be this bad boy right here. It is going to be, matter of fact, let me get out of this. There it is right there. Nope, that's Lane Honey. All right, the site that we recommend that you go to is going to be this one right here. All right, so find the picture of the trucks running fast in the lanes. So you got the two highways. Find that right there. It'll tell you right there. It says quick transport. All right, you're going to click on that. This is the site that we recommend to go and find your trucks. It says here, find loads, post loads, find trucks, post trucks, search brokers, and much more. All right, but this is the site that I recommend to finding trucks. Okay, let's see what this question is. Somebody has a question. Are they able to show us who do you have access to 123? How to find carrier? If you are part of the network and if you want to access 123, you want to know some of the people who have them, come to the network site and ask that question there. I'm not going to put it out over the internet, you know, who has access to 123. Because remember, this is recorded. All right, so come to the network site or come to the Facebook networking page, and you ask those are the questions you ask there. Okay, all right. Where was I? Oh yeah. All right. Now, this is the site that we recommend. This is our recommended site to find carriers. Why? And the way you're going to do this, you're going to come here to this site. You're going to click where it says resources. Okay. A lot of you are going to go over and click trucking company. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's very confusing. It's going to lead you on a wild goose chase, to be honest with you. Come over here, click resources. This is the procedure you follow. When you click resources, right, you're going to come over here and you're going to click find search trucking companies. That's what you're going to click. Search on this little red section over here. You're going to see a little red section over here on the side. Go over here, you click where it says find trucking companies, search trucking companies. There it is right there. It is number 1, 2, 3, the fourth one down. Search trucking companies. You're going to click that bad boy. It's going to pull up search trucking companies. Now, you see you can search by state, by city. You can narrow it down to company name, or you can pick, how many trucks or how many tractors they have, and the type of operation they have, whether it's, flatbed or refrigerator, whatever you get to me. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to pull up a state. Let's pull up good old, somebody give me a state. Somebody give me a state. Tell me a state you want me to search for. Honey. Somebody talk to me.
Georgia. Georgia.
Hey, Jordan. Georgia. Okay, Georgia. All right. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know I'm a singer now, but I try to be. My wife will tell you something different, and my dog will definitely tell you something different. My dog don't like my singing. I'm gonna be honest with you. he started barking at me. All right, Georgia, and we're gonna look for. We always recommend you look for 1 to 5 carriers that have 1 to 5 trucks. Why? Because the carriers that have more trucks, they're going to be less interested in signing on with you. You have a much better chance. If you're contacting carriers that have 1 truck, you got about a 95% chance of signing that guy up if you pitch him right. If he has more than 5 trucks, if he goes up to 5 trucks, that's going to drop to about an 85% chance if he has at least 5 trucks. If you go more than 5 trucks, you're going to drop down to about a 70% chance if it's between 5 and 10 trucks. If it's more than 10 trucks, that's going to drop down to a 50% chance of you setting that guy up. 10 to 20 trucks. If he's got more than 20 to 50 trucks, that's going to drop down to about a 30 to a 25% chance. Anything more than 50 trucks, guess what? You got about a 1% chance of getting that guy signed up. Which means you probably call 1,000 of them, and you may get 1 sign up with someone that has more than 100 trucks. All right. So the 1 to 5 truck range is where you want to be at. You really shouldn't be going over the 6 to 10 at most. And you get extremely good at this. Okay, I could probably call one of these, 50 to 100, and out of 100, I may get 2 people. I may get 1 or 2 to sign up. I'm just being honest with you, because they're so big and so full right now. They're probably not going to give you the time of day. But if you think, well, that don't give me very many trucks, well, let's look at that. Let's see. In Georgia, for trucks that's got 1 to 5, the carriers that got 1 to 5 trucks, and let's just say we narrow that, and we want to keep that with what? Inter or intrastate. Can anybody tell me which one we want to go with and why? Who can tell me which one we want to go with, inter or intrastate? Anybody? Anybody? All right. We want to go with interstate. The reason, okay, go ahead.
I would say interstate.
Exactly. Why is that?
Because they go all over.
Exactly. For those of you that don't know, intrastate is only for carriers that can move loads within that state. That dog ain't going to hunt for y'all. You ain't going to make no money that way. So don't even look at them bad boys. Don't even look their way. You ain't gonna, if you get these guys calling up saying, I just ran within the state, then you just tell them keep on running. Don't stop here. Because you ain't going to make no money. I'm telling you now, you can waste your time if you want to, but I'm telling you, you ain't going to make it, that dog ain't going to hunt for you. That's going to be one of them lazy old coon dogs. You down there in the woods, you firing off shots like crazy. Boom, 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 boom. That dog looking at you going, that's what that dog going to do. Okay, that dog ain't going to hunt. You want to get you one of them good hound dogs that's going to chase them bad boys down. That's the in-hound dog. So we're going to put interstate. Now, you got Georgia, you got 1 to 5 trucks, and you're dealing with interstate. Now, for those of you that think that that's not a lot of trucks, click that. Remember, this is just one state now. You're going to click that search button. This is just one state. It's going to tell you right here how many trucks fall in that category. In Georgia, with companies that have 1 to 5 trucks in just the state of Georgia that run interstate, you have 15,936 carriers that you can call. That's a lot of doggone carriers. That's a lot of us to call. It's going to give you the name, their phone number, who they are, where they're at. You know, it's going to give you all kind of information. If you scroll down, look at all these doggone carriers. These are all carriers that have 1 to 5 trucks, man. Just in the state of Georgia. You got another 48 states that you got to call. Another 48 states. Now, I'd willing to bet you none of you all would be able to finish this list in Georgia, let alone another 48 states. So you got plenty of carriers to call. Now, when you click that bad boy, what does it do? It pulls them up, tells you everything you want to know about that carrier. Okay? It tells you how many trucks they got. This shows that they have 3 trucks. They have 3 tractors. Trailers they own 4. They own 4 trailers. Okay? Total drivers, they have 3 drivers. Here's their DOT number. Here's the MC number. Here's what year their truck is. Or what year? Mileage year. Yep. Was 2017. You know, dates, all that type of stuff. It gives you all the information, their location, their phone number, has their, come down here, it's got their inspection reports, how many inspections they had, how many inspections they failed, you know, all types of stuff. So, there you go. Okay? No excuses for saying I can't find carriers. Where do I find carriers? This is where you find carriers. Come back to this video, number 51, and look on this video and replay this video is where you're going to find carriers. Okay, these are the steps. All right. Now, after you find the carriers, you call the carrier up, you pitch the old boy. Old boy says, yeah, I like that right there. You're going to sign me up. You send the old boy. Then you're going to do what? You're going to send the old boy what? You're going to send them this. You're going to send them that good old dispatch agreement and the profile sheet. That's what you're going to send them. You're going to email them the dispatch agreement and the profile sheet. That's step 7. Now, when you send them the dispatch agreement and profile sheet, you're going to wait a day and a half. If you haven't received anything back, you are going to call them back and you're going to give them what's called a follow-up pitch. Real quick. I'm not going to role play it. I'm going to go through it real quick. Follow-up pitch. Hey, Mr. Johnson, how you doing? This is Calvin Butler. Man, what's going on with you? Well, Calvin, what do you mean? Like I said, man, what's going on with you? I mean, the other day you told me you wanted to make money. But I done sent you the dispatch agreement. I ain't got nothing back from you. Come on, you going to sit. Look, man. As a matter of fact, let me ask you a question. Where you at right now? Where you at? Oh, yeah, I'm in Alabama, man. You in Alabama right now? Hold on for a second. Hold on for just 1 second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you back in about 2 minutes, and I'm gonna give you the highest paying loads leaving out of Alabama right now. All right? Hold on. Now, when you do that, you're gonna jump back over here on your load board. You're gonna jump back over here on your back office site. You're gonna go to lane hunting. I'm telling y'all where to go right now. Go to lane hunting. The reason why you want to use lane hunting in this follow-up pitch, because it's going to show you some good lanes. It's going to show you the lanes. All right, you're going to go to lane hunting. Now, remember, you're using this on your follow-up pitch to find them some good paying freight. Now, when you jump on lane hunting, he's already told you he's where. He is in Alabama, right? Hold on here. And can y'all still hear me? I want to make sure everything is still working properly.
Yeah, we hear you, Calvin.
All right, where is this? Why is my lane hunting not pulling up? Here it is right here. You got to go to lane hunting. All right? He's already told you he is in Alabama. You're going to click Alabama. You're not going to worry about where he should. Let's say he tells you, I want to go down towards Texas. All right? So you put in Texas. Or if he tells you Dallas, you put in Dallas, whatever it can be. Then you click, and he tells you and he is a flatbed. All right, he is a flatbed. Add that lane. Bam. There it is right there. Now, this is what you call this guy back and say. You're going to call him back. You're going to get him back on the phone. All right, you're going to get him back on the phone. You're going to call him back up, ring, 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 ring. Hey, man, hey, Mr. Johnson, this is Calvin again. Look here, man. I need to get that dispatch agreement back in. Because, man, you say you're in Alabama? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Look at, man, I'm looking at Lowe's. Do you know right now, in Alabama, right now, they had over 435 Lowe's posted leaving out of Alabama running down towards Texas. Now, they've already booked 212 of them been booked already. So over half of them been booked already. And here's why. They got Lowe's paying as high as $12.57 per hour, man. What you waiting on? I'm looking at Lowe's right now that's going from Alabama to Texas, 797 miles. It's paying $2,115. Well, man, book me on that. I can't book you on nothing until I get a dispatch agreement. I mean, come on, man. I'm not even supposed to be telling you this without a dispatch agreement. Do me and you a favor. Sign that dispatch agreement, fill out that profile sheet, and get it over to me, man, so we can make some of this money. That's how your follow-up call has to go. If your follow-up call mirrors what I just said in the way that I just said it, and with the enthusiasm and the content that I just said it in, you're going to get 7 out of 10 people you call back on that follow-up call. That's where you're going to get your sign-ups on your dispatch agreement. To be honest with you, when you first make your first initial contact, when you're pitching them the script, you may get 2 out of 10 people to sign up for a dispatch agreement. The rest of them are probably going to say, yeah, send it to me, but guess what? They're not going to send it back because they're going to get busy like they do with everything else. As soon as they get on the phone, they're going to forget about you. I'm just being honest with you. But that follow-up call, in conjunction with that initial call, if you conduct that follow-up call like that, and you create that sense of urgency that they're missing out on something, 7 out of 10 of them will jump right on it and shoot that bad boy over to you right away because they're salivating over those lanes. Okay? Now, you're not lying to them. These are the lanes. Now, when you call Lane Honey, they may not have that load available or not. Okay? Lane Honey is a direct shipper site. It is a direct shipper board. Okay, so these shippers put these on here, and they are basically telling you what they are paying the brokers in the lane. So you know what the brokers are being paid. So now you have what? Some room to do what? Negotiate with those brokers. Now, though I've told some of y'all have asked me in the past, can a dispatcher negotiate? Yes and no. Okay? If you're on Lane Honey, it is a site that gives you some leeway. Okay? Other areas, dispatch is really not supposed to negotiate because you're really only supposed to be looking for loads that fit your carrier's specific criteria. Okay? But remember what Lane Honey is. Lane Honey is a direct shipper load site. Okay? These are direct from shippers. So you're going to have some good paying freight on it, some great paying freight, as you all can see. And if you are competent enough to call up and get these lanes and discuss with these brokers, and look, I already know that loads in this lane right now, loads been going as high as $12.57. I know they got a load that's going 797 miles and it's paying as much as $2,100. Come on, man. Let's work some out on this. Let's make some money. Okay? Now, I got a carrier right now that's looking for loads that's paying $2.45 per mile. Now, judge this, I'm pretty sure they got plenty of loads. What can you do for me? What can you do for me on this load? What can you do on that load? What can you, talk to them. Okay? Become salespeople. So that's what you are. Become salespeople. Become the type of salesperson that's going to make $100,000+ a year. Easily. Or become the type of salesperson like some of those boys down there in the Dominican Republic making almost $2 million a year. They got call centers down there, and they just calling all day and night. That's all they do, 24/7. Make phone calls, call carriers, call shippers, call load boards. 3 sets of callers. 10 on each shift. 24/7. That's all they do. 1.8 million a year. I lie to you not. I lie to you not. So become one of those. You know, become a Charles Monday. You know, booking 12, 13 loads a day. You know, do some of that type of work. Put some work in, man. Come on, I'm serious, man. Look, if y'all learn this stuff, that's what's waiting for you if you learn it. But I can promise you it ain't gonna happen if you don't take the time to learn this stuff. If you don't take the time to learn your script, if you don't take the time to go over your dispatch agreement, if you don't take the time to learn how to do that follow-up pitch. Okay, if you all don't do that stuff, guess what? You ain't gonna make that kind of money. I'm just telling you right now. Now, can all of you do that? Yes, all of you can. All of you can make that kind of money if you take the time to learn this stuff and become good at it. That's all there is to it. I guarantee you, every problem you have with booking freight falls back to learning this. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Because there's plenty of load boards out there that have loads. Yes, it is wintertime. Loads are getting kind of scarce up north. It's not that the loads are getting scarce up north. You just don't have enough carriers who got the balls to run up north during this time of the year. So therefore, now's the time you can find carriers that's got them kind of kahunas. They're up there making all that money. Thus, you can make money and they can make money. And now if you're trying to stick to the south, you ain't getting no good paying loads. Why? Because the area's flooded with these guys who are running from north, running from up there, running from all that snow. They want to come down here now and try to grab all the freight down south. So the freight down south is going, the price of the freight is going down. The freight up north, the price of the freight is going up. But you have too many carriers that are down south right now trying to run all this little bit of freight. But you got not enough carriers that are willing to run up north. They got got an abundance of freight. That's how the business goes this time of the year. Now's the time to kind of look for those carriers that want to run. Them good old boys. I'm telling you, them good, one thing about them good old boys, they'll try anything. Y'all, I'm serious. Man, when I was in Mount Richard, Hackney, whatever it was, up in Washington, going to a Walmart distribution center, way up at the, who in the world put at the top of the mountain? You know, even like down in California, at the top of the mountain, when I was going to the Purina dog chow place, who gonna put dog food at the top of a mountain? And I'm coming down this spiraling mountain. When I say I'm looking over to the side, I'm seeing clouds. I'm serious. I'm coming down this spiraling mountain at about 20 miles an hour. I got good old boys behind me, bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. So when we get to a little while there, they zooming by at 50, 60 miles an hour going down a mountain. Not Calvin, not this Florida boy.
Calvin,
now you find you, yes ma'am.
What would disqualify you from talking to a driver, a carrier?
What would disqualify you from talking to a carrier?
Yeah. Okay, like you just, we're on this load board and we're looking at carriers. Just say you see on here where they have, I don't know, some bad stuff on their, something that you don't understand. Like,
okay. So the question you're asking me is what carrier would you would want to avoid as a dispatcher? That's the question you're asking, right?
Right.
All right. If they've got, if you pull up their info and you see like on Truckers Path, let me show you here. If you're on Truckers Path, matter of fact, I'm going to show you here. If you're on Truckers Path, let's go back to Truckers Path real quick. Let's find good old Truckers Path. If you're on trucker's path and you see a red mark on their insurance or their inspection, or on their, hold on here, I'll show you what we're talking about. All right, let's say you're on trucker's path. Sign in here real quick. If they have it on trucker's path, they have it on 1, 2, 3. But if you do the truck search, and what you're going to be looking for is.
So that wouldn't be on the board that we're on right now. Quick, the transport solutions.
Well, I'm on trucker's path. I mean, just kind of follow along with me real quick.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's my mom. Hey, I'm on the phone. I'm in a conference call with my students. So if let me give you a call back.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you want to talk to Janita? You want to talk to Janita?
To that?
Janita.
Yeah.
Janita. Y'all forgive me. Forgive me for a second. Hold on. Janita. Janita. All right. As y'all can see, this is not edited. This is all live. Okay. All right. If you're on trucker's path, what you're looking for is satisfactory. Now, if you put down here in the any category, it's going to pull up some stuff that's going to show you some unsatisfactory carriers.
Okay.
And the reason why is this.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow along with you. So do I need a password for truckers?
Mm-hmm. It should be in the on the trucker's path. Are you in the back office site?
I am.
All right, you see right down there underneath it? I'm not going to leave it on there too long, but you underneath?
Okay, yeah. No, I don't see it. I'll just find
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're in the back office site and if you click on the trucker's path, the photo, it's going to pull up the trucker's path holding spot. Underneath that, you will see password, username, or username password.
Oh, okay. No.
See?
Okay.
All right. But anyway, let's go back. All right. Where it says conditional or unsatisfactory, avoid those. Avoid those. Definitely avoid the unsatisfactory. Here's why. When you click on that bad boy, look at it right here. His authority, red, which means he's not an active carrier. Safety rating, bad. He's had too many accidents. Insurance, not good. And the other. Even his operations is red. Because his operations says that he doesn't adhere to operational standards, which means he's probably cheated a bunch of people. He's probably done some stuff that he wasn't supposed to be doing. He's probably tried to scam shippers or not paid dispatchers, all types of stuff. All right? Those are the guys you want to avoid. They ain't going to pay you. Okay? They're probably going to get in a bunch of accidents and then have you tied up in, if you're a broker, you're going to be tied up in some legal problems. All right? So that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid those guys. On the conditional, if you see yellow, you can still go with them. Like here where it says safety, one yellow, yeah, still go with them. Because everybody has an accident or two every now and then. That's why it's in yellow and not red. Now, if that was red, I'd say no, don't. Or if you had 2 or 3 yellows, don't mess with it. Okay? What you want to deal with, what you really want to deal with, you want to deal with the guys that's got a satisfactory or conditional rating. Okay, don't deal with the guy that has an unsatisfactory rating. If you're on the other site, when you go to check their inspection reports, if you see that they failed inspections 2 or 3, 3 or 4 times, I don't deal with them either. Okay, because they consistently are failing inspections. That means they have an older truck that can't seem to up the specs, or they have an older trailer, or whatever the case may be. They can't seem to keep it to where it consistently passed the inspections. You understand?
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that's what disqualifies me from dealing with carriers. Also, I don't mess with hot shots. Okay. If you're trying to make money, avoid hot shots. I'm sorry, you hot shot drivers. I know y'all out there listening to this, but if you want to be a trucker, get yourself a real truck and run some real loads. Okay. Now, if you want to play at it, fine. If you want to go and just pull boats and and run little stuff, that's fine. But don't look for a dispatcher to take you on, because you're wasting that dispatcher's time. The dispatcher's not going to be able to find enough loads to make himself any real money. You're wasting that dispatcher's time. You're wasting that broker's time. Okay? I don't deal with hot shots. I don't deal with intrastate. I don't deal with splinter vans, and I don't deal with these little short, these little short splinter vans, or what's the other one they got, Charles? You know what I'm talking about? These little small vans. I don't deal with them, because you're not going to be able to find a rate to make you any money. And I mean, they'll make some money every now and then, but you're just wasting your time. I only deal with flatbed, reefers, dry vans. And you got to be OTR, over the road. All this interstate, I want to stay home crap. Okay, well, stay home. I need to make money.
You don't do any hoppers, Calvin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hoppers is good if you can find them. Because one thing about hoppers, they're short runs, but you can run them all day long. If you find you some hopper loads, yeah, you can run them. Find you some hoppers are like the intermodal loads, those container loads. If you can find some hopper and some container guys that want to run, and if you got access to finding those loads, then yeah, if you got a good source for hopper loads, container loads, stuff like that, that's fine. Produce, yeah, run them bad boys when you got them too. If you tanker loads is the only load that I would even consider doing intrastate. It's tankers, especially like in Texas, or if you're dealing with those. What's the thing they got now called? What do they call that? Crack.
The pneumatic trailers?
No, it's something that's something they call cracking or fracking.
Oh, the fracking, yeah. Doing the fracking sand.
Yeah.
For the oil.
Now if you can find those, exactly. Now if you can find those, jump all over it, because those are used. And what we're talking about is specialized type stuff, and those are usually going to be like dedicated runs. And they're going to be running stuff back and forth all day long, which means your carrier is probably going to be picking up 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 loads on the back and forth. They're only going to be about 20 to 30 miles or 70 miles. That's what the hopper loads are. The hopper loads ain't going to run more. Hopper loads ain't going to run more than 70 to 75 miles. They ain't gonna run more than that. They're gonna be little short runs, and they're gonna pick up 3, 4, 5 of them a day, and each one gonna be paying $350 a run or $400 a run or something like that. Same thing with the fracking. The fracking, where they calling off that fracking material and then running it up to the fracking, to the distribution thing where they grind all that stuff up and they come back and pick up more and take it back. They're running about 25 to 50 miles, and they're getting paid $500 a pop. Picking up 8, 9, 10 of them a day, just running 8 hours until they run out. And they come back all over again. Now, if you can find them, that's great. But, those are not things you're going to see every day. Okay, you may come across them. When you come across them, be in a position to take advantage of them. If you got carriers that can do that, then you put them on, and then you're set. But if you're trying to make your living off that, you make your living. You're gonna build your business on flatbeds, reefers, dry vans. Period. That's your money horse. Those are your money. Flatbed, reefers, dry vans, OTR, and team drivers. Okay, if you can sign up team. Let me give y'all one piece of good advice. Sign up as many team drivers as you can get your hands on. Okay, because team drivers they gotta run long miles. Long miles are gonna pay good overall pay. You getting a percentage of the overall pay. Remember that. Okay, remember that. All right, but that's where you go to do that. All right. Did I answer your question for you? I hope so.
Yes.
All right. All right. But all right. So after you found your carrier and now you found them a load and you got them signed up to what's called, and now you got to go find them a load. You go to the load boards and you find them loads. I'm not gonna going to each one of the load boards. We're gonna start going over how to find loads on the load boards next week. But let's say you found a load, you dispatch that carrier, you found a load, you call up the broker. You're gonna call up the broker and you're gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Broker, I got a carrier that wants this load. Carrier's their MC number or DOT number is this." You gotta give them the MC number. The broker's gonna run that carrier. The broker's gonna immediately tell you if that carrier can run that load or if that carrier needs to fill out a broker's package. If that broker tells you they need to fill out a broker's package, they're going to send you over the broker's package. It could be just a link that the carrier needs to go to and go to this web page and fill it out. Okay? The carrier can fill I'm sorry, say that again now?
I was going to say, I have a quick question for you. How do you keep the broker from stealing your carrier?
They're not supposed to, but that's just how it is. I mean, you got to make sure that you don't give a broker your carrier's MC number until you get that carrier under contract. Okay? I mean, it's like anything else. Nothing in life is guaranteed. How do you keep from breaking your neck when you roll out of bed in the morning? You understand what I'm saying? That's just life. Yeah. That's the business. Every business has pitfalls here and there, or has what ifs, or how can I prevent this? It's not preventable. Okay? Yes, they have rules and regulations, guidelines. They have procedures for you to report bad brokers, just like you can report bad dispatchers. That's for the Federal Motor Carrier Association and DOT to handle them, and the Federal Bond Service. These are places you go to report those guys. Okay? Now, with that being,
I'm sorry. So the carrier and the broker will be in direct contact. So
exactly. You're in the middle. But at some point in time, you've got to let the broker know who the carrier is. The broker's not going to give you a load without knowing who the carrier is, and you got to give the broker the carrier's MC number. Now, a road which being big very long, there are some brokers out there that people will tell you don't deal with. Charles, who don't we deal with? Is Charles
TQL.
QL, exactly. We don't deal with TQL. Those guys will help you. They will help you every time. Everybody, any independent dispatcher will tell you, don't mess with TQL. Okay? So see, that's what I mean. And in this business, you have to protect yourself at all times. And the way you protect yourself is just kind of do your due diligence. Make sure that you have a dispatch agreement signed by that carrier. Make sure that carrier understands that you are working for his best interest. Okay? And that's the whole. That's one of the good things about being part of a network, because we keep each other informed on who's bad and who's not. See, that's another reason for joining a network. Okay, but this is just a business. In every business that has big payoffs, you have some risks. Okay, That's just how it is. All right, but
can we not go? Okay. I'm sorry, and I hate to be the dead horse, but I guess I just want to get the complete understanding. So when we send our paperwork, once we have it signed, and we sign up when we go to get the load, I know we're going to have to give the broker the information about the carrier. So at that point, that's why they're going to have their information, is because at that point they're going to be in direct contact with the broker, and the carrier is going to be in direct contact because the broker is going to have to send the money to that carrier.
No, slow down. You're getting ahead of yourself.
Okay.
Let us go through it, and all will be revealed. Okay. Right. Slow down. slow down, Padawan.
I'm sorry. Okay.
As the Jedi said to the young Padawan, patience, my young Padawan. Okay. All right. But now y'all know I'm a Star Trek and a Star Wars fan. I know some people say that don't mix, but hey, I like them both. Anyway, but let's go through the steps. All right. So you gotta send when you call up that broker. Hey, Mr. Broker, my carrier wants this load number such and such. The broker gonna say it's okay. What's the carrier's DOT number or MT number? You give them the DOT number, MT number. That broker's gonna run that carrier's info to make sure that it's okay. They need to go, or that carrier needs to fill out a broker's package. Then the carrier is going to send you the broker's package. They're going to send you the link to the broker's package. You, in turn, are going to forward that link over to the carrier. You're going to tell that carrier when he is finished, send that finished product back to me so I can forward it back over to the broker. Because I want to save you the hassle of dealing with these guys I have to deal with. All right, you're gonna always position yourself as the go-between between the broker and the carrier. Nothing is ever gonna transpire going through your email first. Okay, your email is the conduit. Your email is gonna get it first before it goes anywhere. Either way, back and forth. Okay, you are the go-between between the broker and the carrier. That's how you want to position yourself. So now, when that broker sends over that carrier packet to be filled out, you are going to review it, and then you're going to send it over to the carrier. That carrier is going to fill it out that first time. When that carrier fills that carrier packet out for the first time, and he sends it back, and you hit your email, guess what? You now have a copy of what? The carrier packet. So in the future, any broker that needs your carrier's information filled out on a carrier packet, guess what? You can fill it out yourself. Now, as Mr. Charles Money and I discussed, some people over at DOT suggest that you send your carrier a power of attorney. I'm telling you, don't do that, bad boy, because if you do, you ain't going to never get no carrier with you. Look, power of attorney, you got a lot of these good old boys. They hear power of attorney. They go, oh no, you're trying to steal my money. Okay? If you feel that strongly about having something in writing from a carrier to fill out their, because there is something called implied authorization. Okay? There is something called implied authorization. Verbally implied verbal authorization. Okay? That is a legal term. If a carrier tells you, hey, just fill it out for them. You say, hey, in the future, I can fill it out. He said, yeah, go right ahead. I don't want to deal with that anyway. That's implied verbal authorization. Okay? Or implied verbal consent. Or verbal implied consent. Whichever the legal term of how it's legally put down in legal terminology, that's what it is. Now, if you insist on having something in writing, please do not title it power of attorney. You can title it implied consent form. That's the same thing, but it sounds a hell of a lot better than power of attorney. Because you know a lot of these good old boys, you start saying power of attorney, the first thing is like, man, you old citizen looking trying to take my money. Those boys ain't gonna go for that. And nah, man, we good. Bye. I don't want to hear that. Look at that. Don't start cutting your own throat, okay? So if you need to do up an implied consent form, do that, okay? But it's not necessary. I promise you it's not necessary. If you get a carrier's verbal authorization and say, yeah, man, just go ahead and fill out that, those carrier packets for me. Because why? You have a dispatch agreement in place. Remember what that dispatch agreement said? Remember what the dispatch agreement said? When you go back to that dispatch agreement, it says, that carrier can put you in charge of all that type of stuff. All right? It's a responsibility of the carrier, but the carrier can also pass that responsibility off to you. So you already have a dispatch agreement in place. It's kind of like, why would you want to keep doing do the same thing twice? It's like an oxymoron. You don't necessarily need that quote-unquote power of attorney, or as we would call it, an implied consent form, okay? But you got a verbal implied consent. So now you're in the go-between between the carrier and the broker. Broker sends you the confirmation, sends you the carrier packet. Carrier fills it out for the first time. Now, anytime you run up on a broker needs that carrier's packet, all you got to do what? Is go and fill it out, or you can forward that information over to the broker. All right? So now there's no need for, you're only going to do that first time. You're only going to have your carrier to fill that packet out the first time. Every other time after that with every other broker, you're going to have the information, so there's no need to bother your carrier with that. You understand? If the carrier wants one of that broker's loads, that carrier knows that he may have to complete a broker's packet. And by giving you the authority to fill it out for him, you're good to go. Now you don't have to worry about that broker contacting your carrier directly straight up like that. Now, can that broker still track down your carrier from his MC number? Of course he can. If he's a disreputable broker, he's going to be disreputable. Ain't nothing you can do about that but report him and drop him and don't deal with that sucker no more. That's just the business. Okay? But you're not going to have very many of them like that. It's not going to be very many. And the ones that are, people are going to know them. Okay? Like TQL. I know TQL is probably going to send me a bunch of cease and desist after this because they already be on me anyway. Hey man, quit talking bad about us. Well, quit being bad. I'll quit talking bad about you. All right. So the next step is, now that you've got that broker packet back over to the broker from the carrier, the broker is now going to send to you a confirmation rate sheet. Load confirmation, rate sheet, rate confirmation, whatever you want to call it. They're going to send you the confirmation rate sheet. Your job is to read that confirmation rate sheet. Because if a broker is going to F you, that's what he's going to do with that. In that confirmation rate sheet. Because once that confirmation rate sheet is signed, it's law. What you said, what he told, if it ain't in that confirmation sheet, it ain't going to happen. Okay? So make sure you read that confirmation and read all of it. Don't read some of it. Don't scan through it. Read the entire confirmation rate sheet before you send it over to the carrier. The carrier is then going to read it and sign it and send it back to you. You are going to then send it over to the broker. That load is now officially dispatched. That carrier is going to go pick that load up. I normally have the carrier to call me when they pick up the load, and I have them to call me when they drop the load. The carrier is going to deliver that load. The carrier is going to have the place where he delivered the load to sign a BOL. That is a bill of landing. That is the receipt showing that that load was delivered safely, intact, and on time. And their signature on it confirms all of that. So the carrier is now going to send you a copy. You're going to email you a copy of the BOL. You already have a copy of the rate sheet. You already have the carrier's dispatch agreement signed and the carrier's profile sheet, right? So now you're going to forward over broker the BOL along with the carrier invoice. Have the carrier to print up a little invoice in that, Mr. Broker, you owe me X amount of money, persuading to our confirmation rate sheet. Or you can make up one. That's basically all it is. You're telling the broker, you're reminding the broker of what he owes your carrier. Plain and simple. You send that BOL and that invoice over to the broker. Now, that broker is going to forward that up to his what? Factoring company. Now, a day and a half later, 2 days later, no more than 2 days later, are going to call that broker back. Hey, Mr. Broker, how you doing? This is Diane over at D&D Dispatcher. I'm calling to check my carrier status on pay status, check my carrier's pay status on load number, blase, blase, blase. That broker is then going to tell you, oh, Diane, that carrier got paid yesterday. Or he's going to say, oh, Diane, that carrier is getting paid today. Or he's going to say, oh, Diane, that carrier is due to be paid tomorrow or the next day or whatever the case may be. Whatever they say, if it's less than 3 days from now, anything less than 3 days from now, you are going to do what at that time. You're going to send us the information that we request in our workflow. Where is your workflow? Here is where your workflow is. Your workflow is, where is that? Charles, where our workflow at, Charles? Resources. Where is our workflow, Charles? Let me find our workflow.
Workflow dispatching?
Yeah, I think that's it right there. It's right there. Lady with a coffee cup in her hand. This is your workflow dispatching. Now, when you have contacted that broker, and that broker has told you when that carrier is going to get paid, or when you know when your carrier is due to get paid, you are going to send us. Now, I want y'all to pull this workflow and learn this workflow. These are the steps of getting a load from book to getting paid on it. These are your steps right here. Okay? So when that when you find out when your carrier is going to get paid, you are then going to send us an email. Okay? Send an email, send it over to dispatch@rbbstransport.com. As a matter of fact, it was in you all's profile sheet. Matter of fact, let's pull it up here. I'm going to pull up your profile sheet and show you where that is. Show you real quick what that is. Oh boy, I did say this was going to be a short session, didn't I? Looks like I lied. RBBS Logistics. There we go. I'm going to show you all that where you all. Let me do this. Let me do this. It's in the orientation video. All right. Right here, click on this. All right, let me go down here and click on there we go, the third step in your orientation is this right here. Bam, takes you right to it. All right. This is the form that you all send us to get your toll-free numbers and all that type of stuff. All right. All right. If you scroll down here, you look here, what it says here. After receiving your toll-free extension and setup, make sure that your email address is an example. When sending over into dispatch@rbbstransport.com, this is the format to use. All right. So when you're sending at this point, when you are ready to for us to invoice your carrier, now you have contacted your broker, and the broker has told you your carrier is getting paid on such and such day. You in turn are gonna send us this. Is what you're gonna send us. You're gonna send us your name in an email to dispatch@rbbstransport.com. You're gonna send us the agent info. That's your info. Your name, your phone number with your extension, toll-free number with your extension. If you don't have one, put in your phone number. But if you have one, use your toll-free number and your extension. you're going to put in here the carrier's info, okay? You're going to have the carrier's name, their cell phone number or their phone number, MC number or DOT number. This person put in the truck number and everything, but you don't have to put that in all that. But we do need email address, their cell phone number, and their name and the name of the carrier, and maybe the MC number. Why do we need their cell phone number? Because we are going to text them the invoice. So make sure we have their cell phone number. All right. You're also going to send us the load info, which means you're going to send us the pickup location and the drop-off location, and you're going to put the number of miles that load ran, and you're going to put the rate right here, what that load paid, and if it was 2 loads, 2 stops, whatever, you're going to put that there also too. The next thing you're going to put is the broker's info. I need the broker's name and phone number and email address. That's it. I don't necessarily need the address or anything, but I do need the name, phone number, and the email address. All right? It tells you right here, please adjust your format to match that of the one above so we can process your submissions effectively. Now, along with that, you are going to attach to this information. This is what's going to be in the body of your email. And your email will be entitled My Payday Invoice. Okay? So you're going to basically, all you're going to do is you're going to send in this information right here into the body of the email. Okay? That's how your information needs to be in the body of the email. With the title, My Payday Invoice Processing, or My Payday Invoice. Just put in My Payday Invoice. That's all it needs to put. Or you put My Payday. Payday has to be there. That way the interns know what this is for, and they know that they need to drop everything they're doing, and they need to process this, because this takes precedence over everything else that we do. Okay? When they get this in, this supersedes everything. Everything stops until somebody gets this bad boy processed and get the invoice. Okay? I don't care what else they're doing. Profiles, sign-ups, whatever. They stop until somebody does this. These come first. All right? So, you send this in like this, and you attach to it. You're going to put in an attachment in that email. You're going to attach the original signed dispatch agreement. I don't care if you send us 100 invoices for that carrier. Each time you send it, you're going to attach the original signed dispatch agreement. You're also going to attach to it the confirmation rate sheet, the signed one. And you're going to attach the BOL, okay, the bill of lading. Why? Because when we prepare your invoice, those are the things that we send over to your carrier to show that we have a properly formatted and a legally invoiced load. Okay? So we send them copies of all that too, letting them know that this is the invoice you signed, this is your confirmation rate sheet, here's the original dispatch agreement you signed showing that you owe this dispatcher this money, and so on and so forth. Okay? And then it tells them all they gotta do is click on it, they click on it, and they pay us with a debit or credit card. And to show you what, here's what it looks like. I'm gonna pull one up for you real quick. When we go to our back office area, to our Square account, where we do all of our management for our systems, invoices, and everything, I'm gonna pull up an old invoice to show you what that looks like. Invoice, there we go. These are monthly payments. Let's pull up an old invoice. Let's go to paid invoices. Yeah, let's go to paid invoices. Paid invoices, there we go. Find one of the monthly payments, but the invoice. All right, here's one for here's a student invoice. All right, these are student invoices. All right, take for instance, this is what it looks like. Okay, let's see what this. Let's find one. Let's find the view payment note details. Is that it? Nope, I'm sorry. I did the wrong thing. Yep, view original invoice. All right, this is what the invoice looks like. All right, this is what the invoice looks like. J. Pena, invoice date. Some of this stuff out of the way. Share. All right. Open. All right. This is what the invoice looks like. When we send over the invoice, this is what it looks like. It has right here. It has a RBBS Logistics Learning. It says right here. We'll just out the way. All right. Load invoicing billing from RBBS National Dispatchers Network member. You know, this is from Kerry Glickstein, whatever. We have the invoice number, the invoice date, customer, J. Pena Company, whatever that carrier is, additional receipts. We send you a copy of it, so you get a copy of it too. It says our records indicate that you've completed a load that was provided to you via RBBS National Dispatchers Network member. We have your member name, okay? We have your member name there, either your name or your company name. It says number one, load order confirmation has the load pro number, and it has the load info, the pickup and where it dropped off at. You know, picked up in Berlin, delivered to Tallahassee, Florida, 1,100 miles, whatever, 1,800. The rate was 1,300, whatever. Okay, per hour dispatch agreement, 10% of the load fee is the agreed upon fee for this service. Please remit payment in the amount of, in this case, it was $135, conveniently via credit or debit card. There's the amount, there's the subtotal. All they got to do is click on it. It gives them a link. All they got to do is click on it, and it'll direct them to pay with a debit or credit card. Now, we also attach to that, we attach what? The load confirmation rate sheet, and all the documentation, the dispatch agreement, and the BOLs. These are the attachments that we attach to it so that you all see. Make sure we attach that load confirmation rate sheet to it, okay? And we also attach the BOL and the signed dispatch agreement. We attach all this so that we let them know that this is a legally and properly formatted invoice. This is a legal and properly invoice. Their BOL, legally and properly formatted invoice, so we let them know that there is no reason for them not to pay this invoice. There is the original signed dispatch agreement. There it is right there. Okay? That's how that works. Now, when that happens, we in turn pay you the same way we received it. One of the other things that we're going to request from you all when you all are sending in your invoice to get paid, when you're sending over your request for the invoice process, you're going to attach your Square Cash tag number. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna attach your Square Cash tag number. We require all of our members to download the Square Cash app onto your phone or your tablet or computer, whatever it may be. One of the things that we ask for when you send the information over, we ask you for your Square Cash tag number. Therefore, that way, as soon as your carrier sends that money over with a debit or credit card to pay us, before it even leaves our account, we're going to turn around and we're going to send you your portion of it. If you are under 100% plan, and if no one else help on that load, you find your own, you get 100% of that dispatch fee minus whatever little 1% that Square charges you, or less than 1% that Square charges you to process it. Okay? If you are on that 50-50 split plan, which means you don't pay a subscription fee to us, and you have opted not to pay the $19.95 per month, and you're just on a 50-50 plan, you're going to get your 5%, you're going to get half of that load of that dispatch fee. So if it was $100, you're going to get 50, we're going to get 50. If it was $200, you're going to get 100, we're going to get 100. If someone helped you find that load, we're going to pay the 2.5% out of our cut. if you're on the 50-50 split. If you're on the 100% plan and someone help you find a load, that 2.5% is going to come out of that, your 10%, before you receive yours. So we're going to send them their 2.5%, and you're going to get the other 7.5%. That's how it works. Okay? That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, that is it. Those are your steps. Okay? That's how you get started. We just went over where you start at, and we've taken it all the way through to dispatch and getting paid on loads. Now, real quickly, I'm not going to have a Q&A because we've already have run out of time, and I do apologize for that. God knows I do. But real quickly, I'm going to show you all how to scan. I'm going to show you all how to scan our videos to find the answers you need. All right. Somebody give me a question that you have been wanting to know about from the videos, or where to find something. Somebody talk to me. So somebody got to click on the videos. Nobody has a question. Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I do, Calvin, because maybe I'm a little slow. Well, you know, maybe I'm a little slow.
No, don't worry about it. Come on.
I still didn't get exactly the connection between the pay from the broker to the carrier, and how they're. You told me I was going a little bit too ahead of myself.
All right.
So how do I find that?
Okay. How do you find out what?
The video that lets me know exactly how the carrier and the broker.
Okay. Well, for one thing, it's going to be on this video. For another thing, hold on here. But I'm going to show you where it's at in other videos. All right. Go to our channel. Go to YouTube. Okay. When you get to YouTube, you're going to look for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. It's going to pull up our channel. It's got all of our videos here. Okay, it has all of our videos. If you click where it says videos, here's what it's going to do. It's going to pull up every last one of our videos. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you going through the videos, sometimes you may have to click on the video itself because it's not going to, because YouTube for some reason doesn't give you enough space to look at all the videos. But if you look at it from our back office site, if you go to our back office site, and you go to our videos, hold on. Oh, say that again now?
So why the Roman numerals?
Y'all don't get the Roman numerals. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a big Roman numeral. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Because and to be honest with you, the Roman numerals just look better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, I'm just being honest with you. That's the reason why the Roman numerals, okay? They just look better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. But all right. But go to our video channel on our website, and you don't even have to be a member to get to our video channel. By the way, operational training videos. You're gonna go operational training videos. As you can see, unlike YouTube, our videos have little headings on them. On YouTube, they have them too, but YouTube doesn't provide you with enough space to see all of that until you do what? Click on the video. You understand? See, with YouTube, it doesn't provide you with enough space. Now, if you're looking for stuff that's related to procedures, when you read this, a lot of times I try to find a picture in the presentation picture that kind of explains what that video is about. Like this is getting back to basics, the key to consistent performance. Now, if I'm telling you about key to consistent performance, what does that tell you? Or if you see something start. See right there where it says start, see how that picture right there says start, or you get down here where it says Q, or where it says Q&A, questions and answers. let's answer some questions. If you're looking at stuff like that, chances are that stuff has our steps in it. Okay? Let's take a look at it and see. Okay? If you got, let's say, getting back to the basics, let's click on that one. All right. Let's pause this for a second. Put this back at the beginning. Let's pause this. Now, if you're on YouTube, okay, and it says getting started, then you can go ahead and you can read up, and you click the show more button, and the first paragraph in every video is going to tell you what that video is about. Getting back to the basics is the key to the consistent performance. How to learn, how to earn 10K to 15K every month, booking a mere 8 to 12 loads per week. Okay. Now, let's say you're looking for how you get paid. If you pull this up on a full screen, okay, let's full screen that. And if you take your cursor and just kind of go through bad boy, you'll see it showing you different stuff that we're going over at the time. Now, if you get through this and you see we are looking at, this is one of our old videos too. You see right here where we have the, what is that? What does that look like? The dispatch agreement, right? See when we pull that dispatch agreement up? So if you have a question about that dispatch agreement, guess what? It's probably going to be, what you're looking for is probably going to be right within that section. Or if you're strolling through some more, all right, strolling through some more, we're still talking about the dispatch agreement, and then we happen to come over here and you see stuff on this that looks like one or something else. It's got all kinds of stuff in here. There's something right there that's talking about what? How much we get, how much money you can make if you book an X amount of loads. Then you see stuff on here that's talking about what again? The dispatch agreement. So if you pull over and click on that, if you want to know something about the dispatch agreement or how we're getting paid, you scroll through some more and you're looking at what? Some of the invoices. You're probably looking at the script. If you want to know about the script, there it is right there. Y'all get what I'm saying? Learn how to scan. You go through and watch the entire video. I understand that, yes, these videos are long. And you're going to say, I don't want to waste my time watching the whole video. Man, I got to watch the whole video. I don't mean to sound like that with y'all, but that's how y'all sound sometimes. I'm just having fun with you, but that's just how y'all sound sometimes. And the interns call me like, man, these people, sometimes these people, man, it's on the video. I go, yeah, I know, but you gotta be patient, bro. Okay? Now, as I said before, if you want to find something, just scan through the videos. That's all you gotta do is, if you just scan through them, it's right there. You can scan through them, and anything you need to find, you can find quickly and in a hurry if you just take a little time and scan through the videos. Now, and also, kind of look at the videos and look at the pictures on them, because I try to pick placement. I try to pick the placement image for that video. I try to find something that represents what it is we focus on mostly that day during that training session. And if you go to the actual website, go to our backup website, you see here it has the topics and kind of like the answers to what we were looking for. Like this one right here says, it's usually going to say, today, new load board for our students, how to sign up more carriers, and how to blah, blah, blah. This one says, new look, more tools, more resources. Follow-up is king, and where to find carriers. Like this one says right here, am I legal? Federal Motor Carrier Statute, how to legally dispatch freight from home. Like this one right here, getting back to the basics, key to consistent performance. Our students are now, this one right here says our students are now earning twice as much per booklet. It talks about our new, the commission plan. This talks about our network. This talks about listen and learn from those who are successful. We try to describe each little thing. Carrier call, where to begin. Okay, the RBBS, like this right here, start. If you're looking for, where to begin, that's a good one to watch also too. Okay, and then when you get over here, it goes when you click on it, it's going to. When you click on it, it's going to tell you more about that. Where to begin, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, and of course, explain to you what our platform is and everything. But even here, you can scan on here just like you can on YouTube, as you all can see. So you can scan these videos. This is how you scan through. So if your problem with watching the videos and finding what you need has been, well, I don't want to have to watch all the videos and spend an hour or two watching the video before I get to the answer I need. Then learn how to scan the video. This is how you scan the video. If you all would notice, sometimes when y'all ask me something and I respond, when I do respond to you all on the chat group, I respond to you all with what? Exactly where to find that in that frame. What hour, what minute, what second. Why? Because I'm scanning. I don't know where all this stuff is. Believe it or not, I don't know where everything is in all these videos. But when you all ask me a question, I know immediately how to go find it and how to scan. And I just do this. That's all I'm doing. I look for a heading that kind of matches what you told me you were trying to find, or I look for a video, something on that video that's okay. Yeah, that right there is what we talked about that, or what it can be. And then I just go through it and then I just scan. I may have to scan 1 or 2 videos. Sometimes I hit it on the first try. But this is called what? Working your business. This is called learning your craft. That's what it takes to be successful. If you want to make $100,000 a year, this is the type of stuff you got to get accustomed to doing to run your business. Here again, don't make someone else responsible for your success. Remember that. With that being said, we're going to go and close that today. I'm way over time. And the reason why I try to keep this under 3 hours is because anything if I put on YouTube that's more than 3 hours, they classify it as something totally different, and I can't get it uploaded. If I can't upload it there, it's not going to fit. So I got to cut this short. I appreciate everybody for joining us. I hope you all got something out of this today. Starting next week, we will be going over the load board. We will not be doing this anymore. We will not go over these steps anymore this year. Okay? We've done this enough now for the 3-4 operational training. We've been going over steps. We're not going to go over these steps anymore. If you want to know the steps, come back and watch this video. Number 51. Come back and watch this video. It's going to be entitled it's going to be well titled, steps to, how to get started, where to go, how to book loads, how to get loads from book to paid on, and the steps you need to follow. That's what it's going to be titled. So this is it. No more going over steps. Starting next week, we are definitely going to be going over load board operations, how to find loads, how to find best paying loads, where to find loads for the certain type of carriers, certain type of shipments, whatever the case may be. We're going to start concentrating on helping you all to better service your carriers, because that's what we need to start concentrating on. Thank you all again. I appreciate you all so much. I love each and every last one of you all. Yes, sir.
Can I throw one quick question at you?
You got to hurry. I got 2 minutes, man.
Okay. I got my login set back up for the back office, but my phone numbers and stuff aren't working, so I didn't know who to talk to about that. I sent an email into dispatch.
Yeah. You send in your information in by close of business Thursday. It gets sent back out to you on Friday.
Okay.
If you send it, if you miss the deadline on Thursday and it hit us after 6 p.m. on Thursday, you're not going to get it back until next Friday.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, so if you send it in, you will get it next Friday. Those of you who send it on time, you all know because you all got y'all yesterday. All those who got there yesterday, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay?
Thanks,
all right.
Calvin.
But got to go. No problem, no problem. Thank you all again. I appreciate everyone. If you're looking to sign up with us, go to mydispatcher.org. That is our website to go to if you're looking to sign up with us. And on that website, you can sign up with us. And of course, our platform is $349.95 and $19.95 a month if you want 100% of your commission, or you can forego the subscription, and we'll split the dispatch fee with you. I've got to go. I appreciate everyone. Again, love each and every last one of you all. Let's book some freight. We'll continue doing what we got to do to help you all move along. And I want to see everybody make $100,000 a year. I'm not going to lie to you. That's what I want. Y'all have a great day. Next time, same bat channel, same bat time.